What's up, everybody? How is everyone on this fine Monday evening? Tonight, we're down into the semifinals, guys. This is it. Semifinals time. We got some big hitters in the lineup here tonight. So, including my own pick. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you all for stopping in. Again, I know we got football games and all that kind of stuff going on, but good to see everyone. Cheers to all of you guys. Say hi to a couple people in chat here before we get started. Mr. Jig says less tricks and more treats. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you. Top dog in the house. Everyone hit that like button on your way in. Grab your favorite pour, sit back and enjoy Dan's awesome show. Appreciate that, John. John, you have I think 2 samples coming your way, buddy. Roy R does cocktails. Cheers, man. Good to see you. Sugar Kitty in the house. Got the samples. Thank you so much. I might break them open on the next live. So thank you. John Cloud just logged on. Wondering if I could beat Top Dog. Didn't think I would have to beat Mr. Jigs too. Cheers, John. Good to see you, buddy. Peter White in the house. Cheers, man. Cam Lochner, there's a party going on right here. Celebration last throughout the year. Cheers, Cam. Slap shot. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, man. Medium ugly in the house, my man. What's going on, bud? Shauna Marie D. Cheers. Good to see you. JG, what's up, broski? Good to see you, man. Peter B in the house. Cheers, Peter. Darrell Stewart. I need those predictions, Darrell. This is gonna be a hard one, man. This is gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna see if you can pull this one out. And got some more folks rolling in here as we speak. So guys, let me go through what we have in here tonight. So it is one more sample than normal. So we got 6 here in the semifinals. 2 of these will move forward into the final 4. The bottles for tonight, we have the Sagamore Cognac finish. This was a distillery exclusive. This one is 105 proof. We have Dusty Dan Sagamore pick. So we got two Sagamores in here. So this one was 110 proof, maybe something like that. 110 proof. We have the Hard Truth Caramel Malt from Hard Truth, which is absolutely fantastic. Then we have the Foregate Ruby Rye Springs in the house. I love Ruby Rye Springs. It's probably one of my favorite Foregates that I've tried. Water bottle. We got our Found North Cask Strength. This one is the Stuff and Whiskey and Maumee Valley Whiskey Society pick. This one is 115 proof. And then we have the Found North Single Barrel number 7. So this is the one that was finished in the PX Sherry Butts. And this one is 117 proof. What was the proof on the proof on the Foregate was 113. So nothing really too high, to be honest with you. I mean, they're all, 117, 113, 110, 105. 170, yeah. So I mean, they're all within that 105 to 117 range, give or take. 3 of them are finished. 3 are not. My pick is not finished. The Stuff and Whiskey Found North is not finished, and then the Hard Truth is not finished. And the Foregate is, the Found North number 7 is, and then the Cognac finish is. So crazy. It's gonna be a really good one, man. I'm looking forward to this. Yes, John, I am doing very well, my friend. Is my phone caught up? I don't think my phone's caught up here. I thought it would be, but it is not. Let me go back here. There we go. Okay, got a couple people rolling in here tonight. Let's see here. Got Keith Thompson. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Whiskey Uncensored, Dusty Dan. You, sir, are a distillery exclusive. Thank you, Ben. T. Jared in the house. Cheers, man. Paul P. Cheers, buddy. Got a sample coming your way as well. Jeffrey Wack is in the house. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you. Cam Lochner says, Ruby Rye and the Found North finish in the Sherry Butts. That's what he's calling. Peter B says great lineup. Wow, this lineup could be yeah. It's crazy. It's a hell of a lineup, that's for sure. Dusty needs no finish. Thank you, JG. Darrell, I need to know. I need to see those predictions, man. All right. Well, cheers, guys. Again, thank you all for stopping in here. I know I put a poll out in on Patreon page just to see what picks might interest people, what future picks might interest people. So I don't know if anybody here is on my Patreon. If they haven't answered, you can pick multiple choices. And again, it's really just going to be based on availability of that whiskey. So, I know there's a lot of people that pick Jack Daniels. I don't know if I'll ever have a chance to do a Jack Daniels pick. I would love to, but that's going to have to be up to, to whoever is, if it's even available. So not 100% sure of what's available. That's why I want to kind of get a poll and take like the top, 5 or 6 and see if I, ask, either Blake at Seal Box or Jay over at Sharepour, if any of these are available. Because again, I'd really like to. I'd like to go in person and bring a pick team. But if it came down to just getting the samples in, that would be fine too. I guess. I mean, I'd prefer not to do that, but it makes it. It's fun when you can meet everyone in person, especially some people that I haven't met up with yet. But we'll see. I mean, that's if people are able to travel. I know it's the holidays and stuff are slowly approaching. I don't know how far out I would have to wait for any of these picks, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. But I'll wait a couple more days before I take the results from that and present it to Jay or Blake or whoever it may be. So, yeah, for some reason my phone is not updating. So I'm gonna have to use a computer, I guess. Let's see here. Where did that go? JH in the house. Cheers, man. Robot Scott is in the house. Cheers, my friend. If you do a Jack Daniels pick, I know a great place to stay. I agree, John. We can make that happen. I don't know if a Jack Daniels is out of reach for me yet. I don't know if I haven't reached that level yet, but that would be absolutely amazing if that would be possible. Cheers, prayers for you and yours, Ben. Whiskey Uncensored says, I'm sorry, Darrell says, I think the Hard Truth and the PX Sherry Found North. This is tough, though. All are pretty good bottles. Yeah, man. The place I'm talking about has over 400 different bourbons. The place is real cheap. All right, John. I gotcha. David Bay says, cheers, man. Cheers, Dave. Good to see you, man. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun, John, if that were, even a possibility. I don't know. I guess it really just depends on, my I guess level with Sharepour, because I think that's the thing. But I mean, if not a Jack Daniels, maybe something else that's on that. Like I said, I'll present to him like 5 or 6 different ones and see if it's a possibility. I know I have to get through the Starlight pick first before I can go into do anything else. If you're in like the you're like it's bourbon night or the Mashing Journey Whiskey Club, they can continuously kind of do them because they have the reach and they're able to blow through bottles very quickly, whereas it may take a couple weeks or maybe a couple weeks for me to get through some bottles. So but we'll see what happens with the Starlight pick. I'm pretty confident in how it tastes. As long as it tastes how it did, there shouldn't be any reason not to sell out quickly. So we'll see. I was gonna offer the same lodging until you threw in the 400 bottles. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and mix these up really quick. Let's mix these up. We got one extra sample in here tonight. They were already mixed up when I put them on the table, so I don't want to knock anything over. That would be a lot of fun, though, John, to meet up with you. I'd have to bring maybe a second suitcase full of some stuff down there. So I know how you and Renee roll down there. So all right, here we go. Let's put these in. All right. So 3 finished whiskeys, 3 unfinished whiskeys. And as always, we are going to start with glass number 1, work our way down, and then go backwards, and then kind of pick and choose what we want to do. Cheers, guys. I don't want to, well, yeah, you know what? I'll take this cup. Cheers, y'all. Thank you for stopping in. Happy Monday night. Let's get into it. Cheers. See, now, like in my mind, I'm gonna think that these are all finished. I know it. I do this to myself. I start thinking, overthinking. Start overthinking. Smoking Firewater's in the house. Cheers. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Let me fix this here real quick. Why does it do this? I don't understand. Wow, that is odd. See, for some reason, I go on to try to find this, what I'm doing right now, and it's not. There's nothing that pops up. So it's like this video doesn't exist until it actually ends, which is I don't understand that, but all right. I haven't been monetizing my lives anyway, just because sometimes we go down a rough road, um, depending on who hops on, and last thing I want to do is get kicked off for some stupid shit. So, cheers, y'all. See, like this one already smells like it might be finished, but no, maybe not. A lot of like kind of traditional style rye notes on this one. Some clove, definitely some spiciness, maybe a slight hint of like some mint further into the glass. Cheers, y'all. That's good. This is going to be so hard. I wonder if next time I should do something that's like just finished and then not finished. Because like I feel like some of these flavors, as I kind of go through this, are going to start to kind of blend with one another, and it's gonna make me overthink again. Cooler Running's in the house. Cheers, man. Good to see you. Moose is in the house. What's going on, Alex? Good to see you. You got something coming your way as well. John says you are not trying to guess which one is which. You are trying to pick the best. Yes, John. That's really the overall goal of this one. I mean, I've tried to pick out a few before. I think I've gotten a couple wrong, but I've gotten more right than wrong. But yeah, just trying to pick out what I like best in these. And again, with 3 of them being finished and 3 not finished, like some of these flavors are going to start to kind of flow together a little bit. So now let's get into glass number 2. Dang. What the hell is that? That's wild. Man, that smells fantastic. That is like cherry chocolate cordial, but there's still some like some rye qualities in there, like a little bit further away from the glass. It doesn't get as like deep dark fruit forward. Of course, Canadian whiskeys will win. I second that. John just said, "Don't worry about guessing; just pick the best." Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Dan, have you tried the 4-gate Kelvin 60? Let me just say, well, no, I have not, Cam. I saw that it's still available on shared pour, though. I might have to pull the trigger on that one. Somebody else said it was fantastic. Cobber Wolf, what's going on, man? Good to see you, bud. Super dark fruit, chocolate, caramel. That smells good. Shit, that is good. See, like I've on the nose, it smelled like it was finished, and on the palate, it does not. So I don't know if coming off of this one that it's messing with me. I don't know. Something tells me that that one's finished though. I love all things hard truth found north, so I'm pulling for them in this one. Yeah, same here, man. I picked up the 60 today, right off the neck. The pour is it's delicious. Damn. All right, I might have to get it before it sells out. If it's that good, that's a couple people. So my 60 and the 5, I'm hoping to arrive tomorrow. Nice. Anybody else? Does anybody else have the 60? Because if that many people are saying it's fantastic, then I might have to get one. Mike Hickman, what's going on, man? Cheers, buddy. You got something coming your way too, so I should be able to get all this stuff out tomorrow. Unless something crazy happens, but I should be able to get it out tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Man. That's very fudgy. Super, super sweet on the nose. Fudgy, a little proofy on the nose, but it's very rich kind of caramel fudge. Further away, there's a lot of fruitiness to it though, which is weird. Yeah, there we go. That's good. A little bit of proof on the back. That almost tastes like there's some uh some a little bit of some molasses and caramel fudge, little brownie, little chocolate to it. That's really good. So anybody just rolling in tonight, guys? So the 6 bottles we have here tonight, the Four-Gate Ruby Rye Springs. We have the Found North. This is the Stuff and Whiskey pick, Found North. Really, really good. The other Found North is the Single Barrel number 7. That's finished, and PX Sherry Butts. We have the Sagamore Cognac finish. That was a distillery exclusive. We have the Dusty Pick. That's in here. And then we have the Hard Truth Caramel Malt. That's the 6 we're going with tonight. I think I know what one of these is. Not all of them yet, but one of them. Ooh. That has a finishy nose on it. I may be joining you, Dan, and pull the trigger on that Found North. I own the 60, Dan, and it's pretty solid. Okay. Would you say it's one of the best Durrell that you've tried from Four-Gate? You better order it before you miss out on it. Like, I know. I might do it while I'm sitting here. What are they charging? I haven't tried it yet, but I have 2 on the way. Nice. What are they charging for? Is it $1.99? Jake McKee, what's going on, man? Good to see you, bud. This has got a finishy nose on it. Oh god damn, what the hell's that? That's definitely finished. Ooh, that's good. God damn, that's good. Like, I don't want to guess on some of these because I don't want to have any kind of like bias towards anything. But like, I think I know what one of these is. I could be wrong, but man, that's really good. Glass number 4 is really good. It's very, very rich, dense. Like it has like a lot of brown sugars, some typical like rye notes in there, the slightest little hint of like some mint to it. Definitely some rye spice present though in like the middle of the palate. It comes off a little spicy on the middle. 199. Yeah, I mean, I might have to get that. MJ's in the house. Cheers. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Excluding the Kelvin collabs, I will say it's in their top 5 releases for me. Oh shit. Okay. All right. John Klaus says apparently I'm still feeling a little salty about that still, Austin. And it may actually be better than a couple of the Kelvins too. Oh damn. All right. I know Bill said something about it being one of like one of his favorites. And I mean for someone who owns the company to say that, I don't think that's a marketing tactic. I mean it could be, but I think, honestly that's probably he's probably being pretty honest. That's good. All right. Class number 5. That is that may be the sweetest nose out of all of them. That is like sugary. That is I think I know what this is just off the nose. I think I know what this is. God damn, that is ridiculous. Yeah, I think I already know what this is. See, I don't want to do that though. I don't want to do that, but I think I know just based off of the nose what it is. That's so good. Forgate, what's that? Oh god. Dan Scotty said in his review he thought it maybe was the best Forgate. Oh shit. All right, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, man. All right. So sweet it must be the Dusty. Oh, JG. You know how to make a guy blush. All right, let me see what we got here. I think it's still on shared pour. Let's see. Uh, I wish I could just buy something else with it. Um, let's see here. Oh shit. There we go. Forgate. So what is it? What is it finished in? Finished in new charred casks by Kelvin. So it's just a straight bourbon whiskey finished in new charred casks by Kelvin. 8 years old, 125 proof. Huh. Wow. Wait a minute. 10. What? I didn't order 10. How many? I don't. It's saying that I have 10 in my my cart's empty, but it says that I have 10 in there, and I don't have. It says I have them in my cart, but I don't have anything in my cart. Yeah, I do. Wow, I almost spent $2,000 on Forgate. I'm glad that I did not. All right, hold on a minute here. Yeah, that could have turned out to be not so great. All right, let's start over here. All right, you know what? Let me get onto this. There's still some available. I just got to remember by the end of the stream to do it. Check out new charred and toasted. Okay, Dan, it's double oaked. It's a double oaked four. Oh shit. Okay. Fifth quarter said it may be his whiskey of the year. Damn. All right. That's a lot of people saying some good things about that. Yeah, see, that's very, very sweet. That is candy sweetness through and through. From the front to the back, a little bit of spiciness kind of thrown in there, like some cracked pepper in the back. Very, very sweet, toffee, butterscotch bomb. It's like this is one of the only butterscotch bomb rye whiskeys I've ever had, ever. It has such a unique profile to it. That's really good. Just Eric Gunderson, what's going on, man? Hit the 10, do it. No, no way. 2K on the 4K sounds like a plan. Sandeep, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, the end of the stream when you were good and toasted, excellent plan. That's when I may have hit checkout and got 10 of them, and I would have sold 8 of them, maybe kept 2, but yeah, it's probably not a good idea, JJ. Probably not a good idea to wait. Ooh, this smells like one of the other ones. Actually, this is odd. This is like a mixture of what I just had and then like a it's like that like it's super super fruity, like wine soaked fruit. Man, that smells really good though. That's got a little proof to it. Whatever that is. Man, some of these, see, like the finishings are kind of messing me up a little bit. I'm starting to overthink. As long as I don't finish all of these glasses tonight, I'll be able to order the 4-gate later. But it's the peer pressure you guys give me when you say to mix them, and then I gotta drink it. No, I'm just joking. See, that's like this. I remember this being really good, but it has more of like those kind of traditional kind of rye characteristics on the nose. You get that like that clove, maybe a little bit like some leather. smallest little bit of like some mint, maybe pine. I completely went out of order, and you guys didn't tell me. I went way out of order. 21090's in the house. What's up, man? What's up, buddy? Smells like a dive bar urinal cake. Yes. Oh, that's so funny. Oh God. What's up, Mash? How you doing, Jay? Good to see you, bud. Thanks for hopping on, man. I appreciate that call earlier too, man. I needed that. Thank you. See, this is really sweet. I know what this is. I'm 99% certain I know what this is just based off of the nose alone. And I wish I didn't, because it's a really good rye whiskey. It's just not on the level of some of these other ones. Yeah. Well, I don't know now. Interesting. Richie Z is in the house. Cheers, man. Good to see you. Adam Shelton, my man. What's going on, bud? Shauna Marie D says, 21090, you said I survived Monday and always good hanging out with you in the chat. So far, this is glass number 4 is really good. That has like the like brown sugars. There's some dark kind of red fruit in it. Little bit proofy. Some rye characteristics to it. Man, that's sickening. That's so good. That is so, and I have not a clue as to what that is. It tastes like it's finished. It tastes like it's finished, but I'm kind of, I think I'm overthinking if that these are finished. Like it almost tastes like all of them are kind of finished. Besides this one, this doesn't taste like it's finished. Or this one, because I 99% sure I know what that one is. This one's kind of throwing me off too a little bit. This is giving me like deep, dark, rich, like caramels kind of soaked, like candy. But then on the palate, that only offers like a little bit of that. That's very like, I don't know. It doesn't taste super old. Like it has a lot of like older whiskey in it, but it doesn't taste young either. Coats the palate really well though. Man, that's really good. I like this one. I like this one. I like this one. This one, I think I know what it is. It's just these are better than this one. That's where I'm at right now. Now I just need to make it to the next one. All right, glass number 2. Super fruity, dark, rich fruit. Like wine drenched fruit. Yeah. These two have some things in common. Oh my God, that sip was really freaking good, man. Wow, that was really good. Coming off of this one, the flavor changed from going this way. That sip was really good. Shit. This is hard. This is really freaking hard. All right. See, this has a really nice nose to it, but it has more of like like traditional kind of rye notes to it, except it's like there's like some leather, there's some clove, there's some mint. Oh man, that's so good too. All right. All right. So uh Nash and Drum, fresh cracked the hard truth pick, doing the first sip, delicious. All right. So to start, I'm gonna eliminate this one because I like the rest of these better than I like this. This is a really good rye whiskey. I'm 99% certain I know what this is. I think it's the Stuff and Whiskey Found North pick because it's a butterscotch bomb. Very, very good, super sweet. Um, Something that is just you would never think that that's a rye whiskey until you found out it was. Based off of the palate, you would never tell that that's a rye whiskey. It's so sweet and candy like forward. But I like the rest of these more than I like this. I could be wrong, but I'm 99% certain that that's what that is. Now, I think this one would be my second eliminated. This is really good too, but why the fuck did that taste like cotton candy? Oh my god. What's happening to me right now? I don't know what's happening right now. But that just tastes like cotton candy, I swear to God. I'm not kidding you. Oh my god. All right. That's hold on. I got to go back to that for a second. That I feel is finished. Um it has it has this weird kind of like it's not weird, but it has like a lot of dark kind of fruitiness to it. Like some of those like wine, it's like fruits that are just like soaked in alcohol. I'm gonna eliminate this second. I don't think I know what that one is though. I don't know. And I'm gonna eliminate this one third. That's more of like the like traditional kind of rye, more forward. Some clove, some leather. Um, See, that's really good too. But I don't think I like it better than either one of these. I know that. And this one's pretty good. So I'm gonna eliminate this third. I don't know what that is. I can't figure that one out. But John, what's going on, man? You got samples coming your way too, buddy. I didn't forget about you. All right, so we're down to three. Down to three. And so far, these these are really good. This is really good too. Let me go this way, and then I'll go the other way. See, it has those like uh wine. It reminds me of like some wine and like a lot of influence in there. Again, more of it, like a lot of fruitiness on the nose, like deep, dark, rich fruits. Shit, that is good too. Oh my god. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. That's it. That's so whatever this one is very rich and like dense. It's thick on the palate, kind of just like sticks around there. The finish isn't as long as this one. Hmm. That is whatever this is, and I'm torn because I feel like this is finished, but I'm having a hard time figuring it out off of this one. This this might be my favorite out of all of these. I'm gonna this is gonna move forward for sure. This one's gonna move forward because I like this one better than I like both of these. But it's just down to these two now. Dan, have you ever gone back to that Backbone, the Forge bottle? I think it's a Boo Rye. I mean, every now and again, Richie. I don't think I've drank it in a little while. I think since the when I did the bourbon one of these, I think that was in there. I think that was probably the last time that I tried it, maybe. Unless unless I drank some on one of these crazy nights where I don't remember, but which is a possibility. Um, mouthfeel wise, I like this one better. It just doesn't have the finish that this one has. See, but then this one doesn't have the texture and the mouthfeel that this one has. It's got a little bit of a longer finish, but those flavors kind of fade away a little bit quicker than this one. And I'm nitpicking here at this point. Fuck, I have no idea. I have no freaking clue. All right, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with this one. Even though the finish is a little bit lighter, um, I feel like this one has a better mouthfeel to it, more like texture, more flavor to it. This one had a better finish, but the flavors kind of went away quicker. So there we go. That's it. Middle two make it this time. All right, here we go. if I have guesses, um, if I have guesses, I think that one, two, three. I think glass number 5 is the Stuff and Whiskey Found North. Um, I have a feeling that one of these two I think maybe this one. This one might be. This is either the cognac, the Sagamore cognac, or it's the Foregate Ruby Rye Springs. And I don't know. I don't know about the rest, but that's the two that I'm going to guess right now. Is this one is the Found North. This one is either the Ruby Rye Springs or the that Found North or the Sagamore cognac. Here we go. Let me get the key. All right. Got the key. Here we go. All right. So Found North, A, Foregate, Ruby Rye, B, C is Sagamore Cognac, D is the Found North number 7, E is my pick, and F is the Hard Truth. Here we go. So first eliminated was number 5, which is A. All right, so I was correct on that one. That's the Butterscotch Bomb. So A is the Found North Stuff and Whiskey pick. Again, a fantastic rye whiskey. It's just very, very sweet. You get a little bit of that rye spice across the middle of the palate. Outside of that, it is pure candy sweetness on the palate and on the nose. It's butterscotch toffee on the nose, on the palate. Nothing but sweetness until it hits the center of the back, and then it's sweet. So I guess that right. That's that's such an easy one to pick out. So, the second eliminated, I think, was this one, right? Man, something's going on outside. There's all kinds of sirens going on. Does anybody remember what the second one eliminated was by any chance? Was it this one? Was it glass number 6? Or was it this one? Glass number 2. I can't remember. I think it was 6, right? We're gonna go with 6. I don't remember. Email of rejection has been sent to Stuff and Whiskey. They already know how good their pick is. The first time I tried it was in Kentucky, with Joe and I think Josh was there too. It may have been, or maybe it was just Joe, Ethan, and Katie. But man, that was it's a damn good rye whiskey. Again, it's way on the sweeter side than even some of those traditional rye notes. It's like sweet traditional rye, and then you get to like funky. It's very, very sweet. So fantastic rye though. All right, so I think I eliminated this one second. E. That's my pick. Fuck, I didn't know that. That's crazy. That is E, right? That's E. Yep. So that's letter E. Letter E. That's my pick. Letter E. That's my Sagamore. That's crazy. Because I thought in my mind that this was my Sagamore pick because it had more of those like traditional kind of rye notes to it. It was some clove and some like a little bit of leather, the actual rye spice itself. Shit had me twisted. I had no idea that was my pick. Okay, so that was the second eliminated. So my pick is gone. Done. Goodbye. Shit. Okay, so third eliminated was this one, which I thought was my pick. I don't know. I don't know what this could be. Maybe the Sagamore Cognac. Let's see. Letter C. Yes, this is the Sagamore Cognac. Oh shit, I'm spilling it. Letter C. Where can you say? There we go. Letter C. All right. So the Sagamore Cognac is eliminated. I spilled it all over the computer. Shit. Okay. So I thought this was the Sagamore Cognac or the Ruby Rye Springs. With this being the Sagamore Cognac, that must mean that this is the Ruby Rye Springs. I don't know. So, all right. So we have the 4-gate Ruby Rye Springs, we have the Found North batch number 7, and then we have the Hard Truth that's left. So here we go. Last eliminated is letter D, which is the Found North number 7. Found North number 7 is eliminated, which means F. Holy shit, the Hard Truth. The Hard Truth made it. This was the caramel friggin' drenched whatever. That was super caramel heavy, but I wasn't quite sure what that could have been because there was some fruitiness there too. And then shit. Man, that 4-gate Ruby Rye Springs is no joke. Letter B, 4-gate Ruby Rye Springs moves on to the finals. Shit. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, I was definitely unsure of this. I mean, that's crazy. And then I thought this was my pick, and that's the Sagamore Cognac. But I was getting more traditional rye notes off of this one than I was on this one. Man, that's insane. Wow. So Found North, 4-gate Ruby Rye Springs and the Hard Truth Caramel Malt move forward. That's fucking crazy. That's insane. You know, it's this is such an odd whiskey. It gives you some of those traditional rye notes, but it is just like there's so much going on the palate on this thing. It's like very rich and like thick on the palate. It doesn't have a long finish to it. Not like this one. I think that was the Found North, right? Yeah, that was the Found North. And again, I could have picked between that and the Hard Truth either day. I mean, I just felt like this one didn't have as much on the palate, like depth-wise, as this Hard Truth. This had more of a finish to it than this one, but at the end of the day, I picked the Hard Truth. So Hard Truth, Ruby Rye Springs, both move forward on to the final round. Didn't think the Hard Truth would be able to make it that far, but I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought it would make it to the first round. I did not think it would make it past this round with what else was in here, but I was wrong. I was wrong. Dan, you picked that Hard Truth. That's a prove me wrong. I honestly didn't, man. It offered something. It offered a little bit more of like depth on the palate, like more of those layers than this one, than the Found North batch number 7. This had a better finish to it. It just like it was just coating the palate tonight. I could redo this entire blind and probably pick something completely different. But I mean, I don't honestly see the Hard Truth winning in the final round. There's some crazy stuff in the next round. But again, I didn't think it would make it past this round, to be honest with you. I thought in my mind that it would make it in the first, but not against 2 Found Norths and 2 Sagamores. But it is what it is. That's what I picked. That's crazy. All right, now we're gonna mix them all together. I know I said I wouldn't do it, but I'm gonna mix them all together. So that was fun. Let me drop the link in here if anybody wants to hop on and bullshit. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm good to go. Let's see here. There's a StreamYard link. We're gonna pin it up to the top. Anybody wants to hop on, you are more than welcome. I'm just gonna sit here and bullshit. I'm gonna mix these all together. It's probably gonna be super funky, but maybe it'll be good. I don't know. Man, that Hard Truth was pretty solid, and this lineup, I think had it been first, maybe it wouldn't have finished. It's all on how you mix these things up on any given day. It's wild. But what's the age on that hard truth, and is it batch one? The age, I guess, is 4 years. 4 years and batch number one. Yep, 4 years, batch number one. So 8 barrels. I'm pretty sure that 4. Man, I don't know what the hell is going on, but there's all kinds of sirens and shit going on. I need to run to the store real quick. Be right back. No worries. Eric Damaris, what's going on, man? All right. They are all mixed together. That's a big glass of whiskey right there. I overpoured. So a little update, guys, on the Starlight picks. Looking like the Starlights will probably be out in November and not October. It should be early November when they drop. And then anybody interested in the Blue Run, again, the Blue Run pick is going to I think that's going to drop in October. I thought it was going to drop this week, but it's looking like it might drop the week after. The labels are already made. I think they're already starting to drop people's picks. For the people that were, that won the Chosen first. I wasn't part of the Chosen, but they held me off a single barrel. But it's gonna be a fantastic whiskey. I know it is a little bit more on the pricey side of things. However, it is it's Heaven Hill distillate that was sourced to Willet. And then the mash bill on it is crazy. It has malted rye in the mash bill, so something very, very different, which is great. And again, it was a pretty unanimous decision when we all tried it in Kentucky that night. So, Tim Cornet, man, cheers, buddy. You still got that GTS coming your way, bud. Prescription bourbon in the house. Cheers, man. Good to see you. Guys, if anybody wants to hop on, I dropped the link up in the chat, so you guys are more than welcome to hop on. So just kind of shoot the shit for a little bit. If not, maybe I'll just call it an early night. I'm actually excited to taste this. So there's a lot of different whiskeys in here. 3 finished, 3 not. Probably going to be in that 110 proof range, so not crazy hot. But you got Hard Truth, Caramel Malt, the Sagamore Dusty Debut, the Sagamore Cognac finish, the Found North finish in PX Sherry Butts, the Found North Stuff and Whiskey pick, and then the Foregate Ruby Rye Springs, all in one glass. I should have sent this to MASH for the Frankenblend. What's crazy is I don't get any of that butterscotch sweetness on the nose at all from that Found North. Paul says that blend sounds a bit scary. It is. It's an interesting blend. I'll say that. Again, 3 finished whiskeys, 3 not. It's very fruity on the nose. I'll say that. Very, very fruity on the nose. And it's way more ethanol heavy than it was individually. I'll say that. It could be because there's a lot in the glass though too. So only time I'm excited for Butterfly is your pick. I appreciate that, Aaron. Well, I mean, that's again, it was a pretty unanimous decision, and there was a lot of good whiskey that he presented in front of us that evening. a couple high-aged beams. There was a 9-year Sazerac. There was an 8-year Turkey. There was a Wilderness Trail that was finished in Kelvin barrels. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that we drank. And don't get me wrong. I mean, there were some that were really, really good. It's just the way that Heaven Hill that was sourced for Willet drank was just very, very different from everything else. It was very rich on the palate. It was very dense, a great finish to it. When I had the sample, it was 130.3 proof. He sent me a picture of the label, and it's 133.3 proof. So the proof went up, 133.3 proof. Have you had the chocolate malt hard truth? Did you like it? Yes, Terry, I have. I have. That was in this not this blind, but it was in the tournament. I do like it. I just feel like for me that's more of a like a dessert style whiskey. Something I couldn't drink that all night. I could have like a glass or two, and then I'd have to switch to something else. Again, very sweet. That's the same with like this stuff in whiskey. Found North Pick. Again, it's very sweet. Something I could have a glass or two of, and then I would have to move on to something else. So, but it's, I mean, I enjoy it. It's just not something I could drink all the time. Blending Found North and Hard Truth Caramel seems like a bad collision. Yeah, Ben, it went up. It went up 3 proof points, basically 133 proof. So it's not shy on the heat. I'll say that. But again, having that awkward mash bill in there, I think is what maybe one of the things that kind of stood out from the rest of the whiskey, having that malted rye in there. So. Wow, that is fucking funky. Whoo! Okay. That tastes that comes off very, very hot actually on that sip. And it doesn't make sense because there's nothing over 118 proof in here. Let me show you guys the label for this really quick. They haven't put out the rest of the labels. This is just the bottom label. Where are we? Let's see here. Oh, the finish on that is sick. The finish is just going down, and it's like all of the rye that has the finish is just like this wine, like alcohol drenched fruit that is just slowly kind of pulling down. It's like all of that on the finish. So let me save this really quick, and I'm going to flip it because it's turned the other way. Let's see here. I'm going to show you guys a label on this thing really quick. Let's flip it. Let's see here. Flip. There we go. So mine's a little different. Most of the labels are they printed out black. This one is white. I don't know. This can be hard to see, but see if you guys can see that. There we go. It's got the mark of the beast on the label. I don't like it, but it's fine. So 66.6 alcohol by volume, 133.2 proof. So proof went up for sure. But I'm looking forward to it. Sorry, I was in Jack Rose. Whiskey Uncensored. I was ready to drink on Saturday, 8 p.m., but you weren't around. Multiple good whiskeys, but only that one could justify the money. Yeah, Ben, I agree. Again, there was, they did. I mean, they brought hitters out that night. They really did. I mean, a lot of higher age stuff. But that that Heaven Hill was just it was separate. I mean, it was just something that really stood out from all of those whiskeys. Um, I think one of the older aged beams was pretty good. I think that Sazerac, or it was either the Sazerac or the Turkey was really good too. Like those were like the top three. But this one I think was very unanimous amongst the group, with it being the best. Richie says 666. That's all me. The mark of the beast. Yeah. The butterfly I think is I think it's a dark purple color if I'm not mistaken. It's either dark purple or it's black. One of the two. I can't remember. I can't remember like the specifications when I went through and made everything. So, but he's going to send me a picture of everything once it's finalized to make sure it's good to go and roll out. So, but now I'm looking forward to it. Again, it's going to be it's high proof, 133.2 proof. It's by the time it's bottled, it's going to be I think it's a 7-year, or 8-year Heaven Hill sourced for Willet, and then malted rye in the mash bill. So something very different. Well, goddamn, that is. I didn't think that all three of these together, or all 6 of these together would work. I'm gonna tell you, that's there's a little bit much going on the front of the palate, but like on the back and into the finish, it is stellar. On the through the finish, it is nothing but like just alcohol drenched fruit, just soaked in fruit. Front of the palate is very sweet and like dark, like a wet leather note appears there on the middle of the palate, and then like through the finish, it is just super dark fruit concentrate. It's pretty good. We're not getting the box right. No, Ben. To my knowledge, there is no box. However, I have to reach out to Blake because if there's enough bottles ordered ahead of time, it's cheaper. So it'll be cheaper, but I need to know how many cases I have to buy to make it cheaper. Depending on how many people wanted this pick. Again, I honestly think you're gonna want this pick. It's fantastic. It really is. I think that given that we buy a couple cases, it could be cheaper. So I got to reach out to Blake and see. But yeah, Ben, I'm telling you, there's sirens nonstop. What's going on, Jay?
What's up, bud?
How are you, man?
Good. Figured I'd jump on.
What you pouring?
The new Knickers toasted.
Oh, nice. Nice, man. I still have one of the 17 sitting in the bunker, man. I haven't cracked it yet, but good to see you, man. I guess nobody else wanted to hop on, so it'll be an early night for me tonight. Then
I felt bad. I figured I'd come on and say hi.
Oh, that's all good, man. You know what happens when you hop on here, man? We go down these fucking crazy rants and it takes us to the left and the right, and
Well, obviously, you're talking about Blue Run, so I had to come on say hi.
I'll tell you, man. If you're gonna own one, it should be that one because it's
well, the way Ethan, Katie, and Adam were talking about it, I think I'm on board for this one. But again,
yeah, it's really good, man.
It's their source stuff, so I'm sure that sounds good.
Yes, and what's crazy, there's another side. Something's going on out there, man. I don't know what's going on, but
is there like a manhunt going on? Jeez,
it's a lot of sirens. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but yeah.
Oh yeah, we can hear them.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, no, I agree. And what they brought to the table that night was nothing of theirs. So they didn't have any Rutledge distilled anything.
Smart.
So yeah, I mean, not that it would, not that he would even compare to some of these older whiskeys that they brought that night, but again, for the price, it's high. Don't get me wrong, but it's fantastic, man. I promise you, really, really good shit.
I'm okay with high if it's actually a unique bottle.
Yes. Yes, and this one's it, man. It's got the mark of the beast on it. Got 666, and then that malted rye in the mash bill, I think, is that's one of the things that kind of maybe separated it from everything else too. I mean, maybe gave it that kind of that funk.
The malted rye.
Malted rye, yeah.
Oh yeah. When I did my fill the bottle, when I did my mash bill thing at Sagamore a couple years ago, that's the main reason why I did all malted rye, just because of that.
Yeah. It's just so different. Like, that's not something that you see all the time, but on a whiskey, like, something like that kind of stands out a little bit. Something definitely stood out with that pour, and I mean, we were all very, very on board with it being that pick. So, cheers, fellas. Sorry, can't jump on tonight. Apparently, ignoring house chores to go on trip since August catches up to you. I hear you, Jeff. No worries, man. MJ says, Lily says hi, Jason and Kay. Sounds like Sagamore police.
What's up, MJ?
Brian's gonna show up at my doorstep. Like, hey man, what's the deal? Yeah, I mean that's kind of crazy how I had the two flipped. I thought that this one down here tasted finished, and that was mine, and this one down here tasted traditional, and that was the cognac finish. But
it didn't surprise me that Ruby Rye Springs took it, because that bottle is just a beast in itself.
And this isn't the first time I've had this in a blind, and I swear to you, this Ruby Rye Springs is the truth, man.
And you have it at the point, like right now, like the bottle fill, where it like tastes the best for whatever reason. Like halfway down, that thing just gets better and better.
This is fantastic. I wish I had a backup of one of these, because this is crazy. I mean, these things, this is so good, man.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think it was ridiculously good.
You like the 60, right?
The Calvin 60, yeah, I got a bottle sitting right over there that I'm going to review.
Okay, so you haven't reviewed
and I also got the Triple Oak. Have you seen the Triple Oak yet?
I haven't.
Let me grab that. I'll show it to you.
Damn, you guys hear the helicopter?
What the? Dude, there's definitely a manhunt happening.
Now I got this side window open over here.
Get down, Dusty. Get down.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so here's the Kelvin 60, and this is the 8-year double oak Schmorschmoses.
The Schmorschmoses. so that is, it's confirmed, right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can't say. I mean, whatever. I mean, listen, you get enough Four Roses, four Gate in Bobby, and he'll tell you everything you want to know. But yeah, essentially, this is a bottle that you can't get anywhere, because it is, it's Four Roses distillate that's 8 years old, that's been double oaked. And that's a bottle I've been clamoring for like a long time. Like, I want to taste Four Roses double oaked, and here it is. Unfortunately, you gotta pay $200 to get it, but it's so good. It is so good.
Just looking at the chat and how you hear it.
Yeah, I hear it.
The fuck! I might have to close this window down, man. I don't even have like a piece with me or nothing tonight. It's crazy. There's something going on out here.
There's something going on, man. There's a fucking manhunt going on.
Oh, God.
And then the other bottle that they released was this one, which is the Triple Oak, which I have not had yet.
Let me zoom in on that one, because I didn't see anything about that.
Yeah, this is the Triple Oaked. I know it's hard to read the little script.
Oh yeah, it's really hard to read. I can't read any of that.
Yeah, I'll read it, but it's 107.6 proof, a little bit less. But this is Kentucky straight whiskey finished in new charred and new toasted oak casks by Kelvin Cooperage. So this was, think of it, instead of double oaked, it's triple oaked. So it's basically aged in a bourbon barrel. This is how they explained it to me. It was bourbon that was sourced. They threw it into another new barrel, and then they threw it into a used barrel, or a toasted barrel, I should say. So
shit.
Yeah. Okay. So it's triple, which is crazy though, because when you look at the color, look at the difference.
Oh my God, man. Hold on. Let me zoom in on that. I can see it from here far away. Yeah.
This is a triple oak, and this is only a double oak, and look at the color difference.
It's night and day.
Yeah. Now I don't know if this is Schmore Schmoses or not. I know this one is, but I don't know what that
one is.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, you haven't done a review on either one of them yet.
No, I'm gonna review these together. I'm actually doing the write up tonight. I'm gonna film it. So,
what's up, Darrell?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What is up?
Jay, did you get the did you do the barrel samples yet? Their Aburana and the Tale of Two Islands yet?
Not yet. I have those in the hopper too. I might just open those Wednesday on my live stream. Dude, I got so many samples the last couple weeks, and of course it's been a really busy 2 weeks for me, and it's like I can't get to anything. So between starting a Blendageddon, traveling, and trying to get all this shit together. This is also the first year, dude. I got a sample of the whatchamacallit, the King of Kentucky.
Oh shit.
I've never gotten a sample. I'll show it to you. It's crazy. Hold on.
Nice. Yeah, I got the Jack Daniels sent over their single malt, American single malt, Oloroso Sherry. They sent that sample over, so
yeah, that one's pretty good.
It's a big sample.
It is, yeah. It's decent size, but
well, this is all I got in the mail. So this is what. So for those of you watching, this is basically what you get sometimes. You don't know what is in here. You're like, did someone send me a bomb? So I slide it open, and I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, that's sweet.
So you get the whole Brown-Forman King Kentucky. So this one, so it's kind of buried in here. I mean, it's not a giant sample, but it's a sample nonetheless.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
That actually looks pretty light. Like it's like
I was just thinking.
Even the Kelvin 60 is darker.
What's up, Adam?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Adam?
I mean, what's the? So do they give you the specifications on that?
Yeah, so they give you the whole breakdown here of
nice
of what it is. So this is, let's see, this one's 125.8 proof, 16 years old. 79 corn, 11 rye, 10 malted barley. That's the early times mash bill.
Yep.
Let's see here. Average yield. This is kind of cool. Barrel yield. The average yield that all the barrels they used was only 35% full in those barrels, which makes sense. 125 proof, entry proof into the barrels.
125.
This went into the barrel July 19th, 2007. And
a little bit of age to it then.
Yeah, 16 years old. Yeah, I mean it's 16 years old. So, but unfortunately, these are like harder to find than BTAC. So.
Yeah,
definitely.
I haven't seen any. Honestly, I haven't seen any of those on the secondary market in a while now. So.
Yeah, these the retail on this apparently this year is $300 for a bottle for retail. So.
Oof. Which we will never see.
Those here for $2,400.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Nobody will ever see this bottle, but I gotta say, and I'll ask you guys. Now we have like 4 guys in here. Last year, so we were talking about this on my Discord tonight. Last year, I felt like there were a lot of disappointments last year in bourbon. There was just a lot more disappointing bottles and not so many great bottles. It was hard to kind of put together like a top 10 until like the very last minute. This year, however, I feel like there's been a real good string of quality bourbons and whiskeys that have come out this year, and it's been kind of a constant flow since August. Like there's been some really good, releases at the beginning of the year too, but as soon as we got close to like this fall time, I mean, look at Jim Beam. They released 3 different 16 years. They released the 13-year Bakers. They released another thing of Knob Creek 18. Like they're just sitting on a bunch of crazy aged whiskey at Beam, and they are releasing it at pretty affordable prices if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great year. It's been a great year for Michter's. Even this is probably the richest and most candy forward Michter's toasted rye I've had in a long time. That thing is liquid candy in a glass. It's ridiculous. I don't know. There's just been a lot of great bourbons this year. I mean, yes, a lot of gimmicky ones. as well, which I can't stand. But in between the lines, when you kind of look and you look at what came out this year, there's been a lot of good ones. Even, for God's sake, it was a good year for Little Book.
I didn't. Yeah, I never.
That hasn't happened since Little Book Chapter 3. It's crazy.
Did you finally try it?
I tried a sample of it finally, and I agree. I have a bottle coming, so I need to sit down with it, obviously, and try to break it down. But the sample I had, I was like, there's no way this blend works. And
Dude, I read it too, and I'm like, what the heck? I was so curious because of the high age. I wish we knew the percentages.
Yeah.
But when I reviewed it and had it, I was like, holy shit. Like I did blind it against batch 3, and batch 3 just took it, but that's a banger bottle. If this is that close to that, you know what I mean? For me, like,
yeah, I just want to get your perspective on it. I just feel like with the amount of picks that we've seen that have been pretty unique and really good, on top of the bottles that have released, it's been an expensive year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so Sandeep says I think distilleries are seeing the bubble burst soon.
Well, I think heritage distilleries are, but
Yeah.
the smaller ones, they're putting out quality products. I mean, look at 13th Colony this year.
Yep. I agree.
After last year's Double Oak, they've exploded.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
everything they're putting out is hitters.
They just sent me a sample of their double oaked, so I'll do a review on that soon too. That's what I mean. I just have so much crap to go through.
That stuff is stupid.
yeah, that bottle's pretty nuts.
It's stupid.
Allegedly in my state.
I don't think the 13th Colony double oaked is for everyone because it is such a high proof, and it's an oaky, smoky beast. But it is very. I actually think this year's is sweeter than last year's.
I agree.
Yeah, there's more sweetness to it, which I didn't think could happen. I thought last year's had more like that smoky meatiness to it. This year's is sweeter, which would probably makes it even better for some folks. So,
but you're right. I mean, that proof could definitely turn some people away for sure. You know, but I mean, that's also a whiskey where to me, like you don't get that proof on it. Like with it being so high, it doesn't drink its proof, in my opinion. But I mean, that first sip definitely gets you. Yeah. I mean, if that's your first sip of the day, it'll put you back a little bit. Adam Durrell, what are you guys drinking?
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Still Austin, baby.
It's dark in my room.
Slumming it.
It's not picking up, but yeah, Nancy's pick.
Some good times.
Good old times.
Yeah, but look at this sticker. Come on.
Oh, damn.
That's tatered out. Doesn't even fit.
I can't even see it.
Hold on, let me zoom in. Oops. There we
go. Good old time. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What is that? Just a toasted bourbon?
Yeah, it's the toasted older stuff.
Oh.
It doesn't have an age statement, but it says old on it, so I assume it's older than 5.
Oh,
yeah.
hence the good old times. I got it.
Yep.
MJ says, so wish we could get a 13th Colony here where we live. Yeah, I mean, they only allocated that to 4 states.
We allegedly have it here. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. 4 states and 2 online retailers that got the bots that got botted.
Yep. They got botted.
Yeah.
Starlight Doc Swinson's putting out some nice finished bottles.
Doc Swinson's is a brand I wish I could try more of. They don't come out here, and whenever I visit Kentucky, I don't know, I just don't see them around that often. But
I see 0 Doc Swinson's around.
Yeah, I do hear they are putting out some nice like combination finished whiskeys.
Yeah,
that's one I see a lot of here in Tennessee, but they're really hit and miss.
Okay.
So Adam, I got to ask you because I mean I know you're kind of in the know with these, like the Nash Cookies, the 15 series, they're done at this point, right? The Boss's birthday is probably gonna be the last one, correct?
I just missed their last drop. It was called Guac. It was week before last, but they are still trickling out, and it lives on in a new series of 5100s. So they're a lot smokier though. They're barbecuey.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
That Boss's birthday was fantastic, man.
I love it. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Paul P says, do you guys expect Michter's 10 to hold up in year-end blinds?
Yeah.
It already has for me in some way, shape, or form.
I haven't tried it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, how do I articulate this? it doesn't have like a high, so don't expect it, because I could see people putting the 13th Colony Double Oaked ahead of that, just based on like force and power of a bourbon, but that's not what Michter's 10 is. Michter's 10, I put it against some higher proof stuff, and the Michter's 10 this year still holds up because of, even though it's got a good age on it, it's got such a unique profile that has so much depth to it. It doesn't need the high proof that some of these other whiskeys do. It just doesn't. It's got layers and layers to it that go on for days, and I think that's what actually makes it stand out, rather than some of the, like, if you think of it this way, like people will say, oh, it'll fall flat against things at a high proof. I'm like, I don't think so, because if you put 4 high proof whiskeys and you throw that Michter's 10 in, that Michter's 10 is going to stick out like a sore thumb, but still in a good way.
Right.
That's the best way I can describe it.
Man, I haven't tried it yet.
Dude,
Oh, shit, Dusty, I'll send you a sample, man.
Yeah, I might have to. Yeah, I haven't tried. I mean, and I was contemplating too on doing my year end on a blind. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year or not. I'm not sure, because to your point, when you throw something like a just say the 13th Colony Double Oak makes it into a blind, that is so different from everything that you're going to try on your top 10 list. You're going to know when you try it. Like, I knew when I tried this Stuff and Whiskey Found North. Like, I knew it as soon as I smelled it. It was just like toffee and butterscotch.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through my top 10 blind knowing exactly what I'm drinking. And like, that's a whiskey where once you smell it, you're probably going to know exactly what it is. So I don't want to have like any kind of like bias towards like what I'm drinking on my blinds, but like there's going to be things that kind of stick out more so than others. So
it happens in every blind. Like, you just kind of know, like, okay, well, I really do think this is that, just based on my previous things with it. But again, order plays a big role. When you,
for sure,
order is a huge role, and so is what it goes against. So you just have to kind of, when I do my year-end blinds, I try to put them in a couple groups. Like, I have like finished ones here. I'll have my high proofers here, maybe some low proof or high ages here, and then I kind of put those all against each other, so they're kind of in the same realm.
The categories, yeah.
And then I'll break them down like in the top 10 and see how they shake out, and we'll see.
Paul P says, Jason, double base 4860 versus 13th Colony Double Oak.
I mean, that could work. This is 125.6 proof, meaning the Kelvin 60.
Top dog.
It's 2 years younger. I mean, you can make a case. I think
I can tell you what's in my top 10 so far, just within arm's reach. This Found North batch number 7.
Oh man, yeah, my Found North it never made it to my house, and it got snatched.
Are you serious?
No.
It got delivered to the wrong address, and then when I went to go check it, it wasn't there, and I don't even know where to look to find it. So,
I mean, if you want, I can send you like a 200 milliliter of it if you want to incorporate that into your. This is definitely 100% in my top 10 whiskeys of the year so far this year, by far. If you want, I'll send you like a 200 ml if you want to review it or put it in your,
Well, they're still trying. I think they're supposed to send me another couple bottles or samples or something. So I'll wait on that first before.
Okay.
But what number order usually does the best in a blind? What number order?
So not the first one, maybe middle one.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh shit. That's tough. Really comes down to the whiskey that's in those glasses.
I'm gonna say number 4 because everybody loves the D always. Well, you guys can't deny it. How many blinds have you watched?
Yep. Love the D. I think
it says more about the people.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. Like, I mean, for instance, I could have mixed this blind up I did tonight and had completely different results. I was wrong on my pick in the cognac finish. I swore that glass number 1 had more traditional notes than the last one did, and I was wrong. Like,
yeah, cognac cognac can be cognac can be a little weird, especially depending on the strength of the finish, because sometimes it'll just add some delicate fruit notes, so it doesn't really come off finished.
Yep.
This comes off like a fruitier whiskey. I don't know. JG, okay, put my blend in the D slot. We're gonna see Adam next month. He's gonna come help us pick the Jack Daniels picks for us.
Oh, we got picked for that.
Oh yeah, we got a barrel proof single barrel rye we're doing for Mash and Jerky.
Oh my god,
Friggin' pumped.
that is awesome, man.
So we're gonna try to finagle a regular Jack barrel out of that as well, but we'll see what happens.
I'm sure you can pull some strings to get that done.
I don't know. This is on site, so it's not like they're just sending you samples and you could say I want two of these.
Is Lexi and
Chris.
Yeah, are they going to be there for that?
I don't know about both of them, but I think one of them will be there. I have a really good relationship with Jack Daniels, which has been really fun, and they've just been outstanding, which is I think why I got the Brown Foreman, the King of Kentucky sample. So they've always been great, and all their selections now are on site. There's no more virtuals, so you have to go there if you want a barrel.
No shit, that's pretty sweet.
Which I have no problem with.
That's always been one I've wanted to go to. Yeah, and it's funny because I on my Patreon page I put, I just listed a whole bunch of stuff of like what people would be interested in, not necessarily able to get, but just like to have options, and be able to present that to either Blake or Jay, whoever, and give them that list of options and say, hey, like this is what my group's interested in, what's available.
Yeah, this is our last pick of the year. That's it. We're taking off the rest of November and December. We just have too much stuff coming out, and I know we wanted to scale back the picks a little bit this year, and I think we did a lot in the beginning of the year. We said no to a lot of stuff, and now as the year has kind of hit like fall time, there were a lot more enticing picks that popped up, including the Starlight picks that we all did, which was so much fun.
That was a shit ton of fun, man. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I cannot wait for those barrels to show up. So
yeah, they do so many unique things, and I think that's what kind of separates normal distilleries from people like Starlight or I mean, just the stuff that we went through. I didn't have access to what you guys did, and I mean, some of the ones that you guys picked were insane, and I mean,
that first barrel we got, that French oak, honey. Just who is that?
It's Kira.
Oh,
you gotta back up.
Yeah, that French oak and the honey barrel, that was amazing.
Yeah,
that was absolutely.
You can say hi really quickly. You gotta go to bed. Say hi and go to bed.
Colony pick, says Joe. Joe, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy.
Hi,
Joe. They're difficult because they only work with certain retailers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 13th Colony is kind of there.
You gotta go to bed.
I think once they grow.
Yeah, we're doing a 13th Colony pick in January.
Are you?
Yeah, we're doing a bourbon. We're getting a bourbon and a rye, I think.
That's awesome.
Are you getting the sample sent or going?
No, we have to go on site. Yep.
For them too.
And I'd rather do it on site because stuff like that, I don't want to be limited. I want them to like go into like the Rick House and pick out some good barrels. That
are you? How many? Are you doing a drawing or something for people to go on that pick?
Yeah, most likely. I just don't have. We're getting a date solidified. It's definitely going to be in January, and then they're going to tell us how many people we can bring. So,
all right, yeah, I would love to go to freaking 13th County. I love.
You're throwing your name in the hat, Dusty.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to go there. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Flying to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta Airport sucks.
America's Georgia.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ben says Andrew sucks. I hate the games at Starlight. Yeah, but I mean, again, it makes sense though. There is a tier system. I get it. There is a tier system. Like we only had access to so much. we're not going to have access to the things that it's Bourbon Night or Mash and Journey Whiskey Club have access to. Like, it's just not. It makes sense to do it that way. I mean, as my first Starlight pick, I mean, we still had access to some pretty good stuff. That Armagnac barrel we picked was fantastic.
Oh God, it's a killer.
I love that
Oh
barrel.
yeah, that was a really good barrel. Yeah.
And that's just what we were able to get. It's just that's just the way it works with them, I guess. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, when Scott and I did our first pick, we didn't have access to. They're like, let's see how you guys do with these, and we'll open up some more barrels. And I mean, that time when we were there, that was Scott and I. That was our third time around. And we told Andrew up front, like, I don't want any friggin' Amburana shit. Just skip it. He goes, oh, really? Yeah, I was like, I'm done with it. Just what else you got?
So. Yeah, I mean, when Barrel sent their stuff and it was the Amburana finish, I was like, oh man, here we go. But I mean, it's not as strong as some of that other stuff that some of the other.
I'm more interested in the other one, the Tale of Two Islands.
That is interesting. I'll say that.
Okay,
it's unique, but you will probably like it though, because I know you have a good palate for Scotch, and I'm not there yet with Scotch.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it gives me those vibes of a little bit. So I think you'll like that one. Let me pour myself something else here real quick.
I'm hoping Miss Mary Bobo's does breakfast for us since it's going to be so early.
Well, yeah. I mean, by the time we're done with the pick, yeah, we'll definitely head over there. I mean,
I think they do it before, don't they? Normally,
we eat before the pick.
Yeah, that's what we did last time.
Oh, they didn't tell us that. So,
oh, well, maybe it's after. I don't know.
We have to be there by like 8:30 in the morning. So, I'm not eating breakfast at like 6 a.m., dude.
So Ben says tier system is by retailer, not by picker. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. Not true. I mean,
I don't know.
I know. According to what they tell me, it's based on. Well, yeah. I mean, it's probably a little bit of both, Ben, because you have to not only pick the barrels, but you have to sell through them, and then the more you sell, then make them both money. Probably the better barrels you get.
Yeah. Well, we were all there under the same retailer, so
yeah, it was at the same retailer. So
yeah,
that's why I'm thinking it's not by retailer; it's by group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because if that was the case, then we all would have gotten top tier choices for the barrels.
Yeah, and I imagine like you and like it's Bourbon Night and the guy that was there. I recently just saw his page too. It's like the Louisville something or whatever.
Chugger.
he was there too. But I mean, you guys probably have access to like the best stuff that's there, honestly. So, but I mean, again, the Armagnac finish that we had was fucking good, man. Like, I loved it. So,
yeah, I did.
I read the paperwork. It's been on picks there outside Whiskey Tube. There's also a difference between there's none at your tier and there's none ready to be released.
Yeah, most of their honey stuff, just like the basic honey finish stuff, wasn't ready yet.
Yeah,
so we didn't hit it right for that particular thing, but I mean the stuff that they rolled out for us, which was a lot, I would add, was really good stuff.
Well, I mean, Ben, who do you think Andrew is taking his orders from? It's from the Hubers. Like he knows what he can and can't release. And plus, Ben, Andrew told me that one of your groups you came in with, all the guys were fucking hammered. So he wasn't going to give them anything.
I don't think anybody lied to us either.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Andrew was like, yeah, that group that came in, they were all fucking completely hammered, and he just wanted them out.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably gave them like 3 barrels to choose from. Okay, pick something and get the hell out.
Yeah,
knowing Andrew, because he has no tolerance for that shit.
Was that before our pick?
Yeah, they were still in there when we got in there.
Well, that was Bourbon Funds.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know. It wasn't that day. I'm saying.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This happened previously.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's easy to do. I mean, if you're just chugging everything he brings you.
Well, apparently they showed up drunk.
Oh God!
By the time they went to the pick, he was like, "I'm done. I'm done with these guys."
Jesus Christ, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
The RD1 Amburana finish is pretty damn good. for a change of pace. Nice.
Yeah, I've heard about the RD one. Yeah, for sure.
He says if offer still stands, if you guys need a place to stay for the Jack pick, holler. I'm 40 minutes away, or if you need me to bail you out of jail.
All right, Paul. That will be my first call, buddy. Just so you know.
Man, that's awesome. That's going to be an awesome time over at Jack Daniels, man. Hell yeah, that's badass. So yeah, I mean that'd be great if you could do a rye and just a standard bourbon,
because you obviously know we're going to pick a short barrel, so we're going to need another barrel of something.
Yeah.
2 short barrels.
Yeah, I remember Jay asked me if I wanted to split the bottle or split the barrel with bourbon fines, but I wasn't a fan of that one. That bourbon that they picked, I just wasn't a fan of it. So I told him no. So
which one?
There was a bourbon that Bourbon Fines picked that Jay asked me if I wanted to split with them.
Was it one of the Tokai finishes?
I think it was, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. None of those really did a lot for me, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I mean we tried a couple of them. I agree, unless there were some more that were aged longer in it, but I said no. So
some of those Majestic Woods need to age longer before they're special.
Yeah.
Majestic Woods.
Actually, that was Blake that was hammered. Blake? Which Blake?
I assume Sealbox.
Dude, what is going on outside of here?
Are you still hearing like copters and shit?
Hey, yeah, you guys don't hear it?
I haven't heard a copter in a little bit.
Jesus, they're flying all over the place, man.
Somebody broke out of prison.
I hope not. It's not far from that. And I don't have anything here to help me out besides some kitchen knives, which I'm completely confident with. But just saying. But
Dan's gonna pull out some Jason Bourne shit and beat somebody up with a.
It's gonna be like what was that? Desperado, was that the movie where the guy had the knives? He was like,
oh yeah,
pulled out of his vest.
Yeah. Guitar cases with machine guns.
Yeah, man, hell yeah!
I love that. I love that movie.
Yeah,
it's so
great movie.
it's so stupidly good.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Shooting with injury, 8200 block of Orchard Court off Pioneer Drive. One person confirmed shot. Police on the scene. At least 3 reported shot. Second location on Reese Road, which is right here. Police setting up multiple crime scenes. So guess who's not driving home anytime soon? This guy.
Smart. Somebody was popping off a few rounds when I let the dogs out last time.
But surprisingly, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything pop off. Holy shit, man. So yeah, the neighborhood right here, Pioneer City, has a sub police station inside of it. So you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like nonstop back and forth, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, right.
I closed the window.
Yeah. Dan will be like, feel the power of my Golden Glen.
Dude, I wouldn't think twice to break this over somebody's skull, man.
It's gonna go out there with a few
You gotta do whatever you
decanters.
can, man. You gotta do whatever you can to survive, right?
Yep.
Is what it is. Not
Right.
real. They're straight bourbon. Not
Hit him with a chessman.
Yeah,
I'll do
it's heavy as shit, man.
Yeah.
That'll fracture my skull there. I still have I got a sword here somewhere. It's in one of these closets, but there's a sword here I
Is
have.
it signed by Randy Jackson?
No, it is not.
Oh, dang.
I wish.
A sword. I love
Who
it.
goes anywhere but him? Yeah, I agree, Paul. I agree. Typically, I'll have something on me, but not tonight, unfortunately. So, and even if I did, I wouldn't drive home with it if I had to drive, and that's not happening tonight. So, yeah, I'm not getting randomly stopped. So, 'cause it's like right there. So,
Definitely not worth it.
yeah. Adam Sheldon said that's what she said. Jay, is there anything that you're looking forward to as we roll into the back end of the year outside of like BTAC?
Well, BTAC I'll never get. So I think the bottle that I wanted that I got that I actually just filmed the review for was the Four Roses LE 135th anniversary.
Oh yeah, that's one. Yeah, I want to get that.
That's the bottle I've been waiting for. I wanted. I have a few in between here, like the Stag 23A. Yeah, these 4 gates. I mean, but I feel like as far as like the rest of the year, when we're talking about releases coming out, I think I'm more looking forward to my picks than anything else because I'm not going to get any BTAC. I mean, my store in New York that used to get some models, and Ben knows the store too, and they used to get a good amount of BTAC. Now they get very minimal bottles, and it's just they don't have enough to go around. They're going to give it to the customers that have been shopping there for years, and I applaud them for it. That's who should get it. So yeah.
Darrell, what about you?
I don't really have my sights on anything. I know the new, and it's not, well, it's BTEC-ish, but the new Heaven Hill 18 will release here because they released the 17. That's the one thing that I kind of want to get my hands on. Like,
William Heaven Hill?
No. So, like the blue box Heaven Hill 17 that they came out with this year.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They're releasing the 18 year.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
That's like the one thing. Like BTAC, I get like a bottle a year.
Darrell, that was off my radar. Now
I don't know if it's this year. I think it may be at the top of the new year. I
feel like that was announced for next year because this year was the 20-year corn whiskey, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be next year.
But yeah, just normal stuff, man. The picks for me, that's where I've been thriving on. It's just single barrels because I can walk in and get most of the stuff that's sitting around.
I'm just looking at the release calendar here on I'm just glancing through Breaking Bourbon to see if there's anything.
I love that calendar too, by the way.
Yeah, they update it constantly. Oh yeah, I have a review for the I got the Wild Turkey Generations as well.
Hell yeah.
So
I think I was on when you were drinking. Like you liked it but weren't crazy about it.
I was not a fan of it for the first try. The first try it was okay. David Jennings, of course, Rare Bird 101. he messages me right after and he's like, you should do a blind between the Generations, the Camp Nelson F, and I forgot one other one, and the Russell's 13. He's like, you'll be surprised of the results. So I'm like, are you telling me that this Generations is going to get that much better than those two? Because I can't see it off first impressions.
No.
But we'll see. We may do like an online stream, like maybe have me and maybe Jay over at maybe Jay over at Shared Pour, and then also I'm trying to do it in a way where I could have those two guys on and also try to get Bruce Russell to come on and talk through it, and maybe do like a little bit of a blind tasting and see actually what comes out. But yeah, first impressions, I was like, it was all right. It drank hot, first of all, which I was not expecting for such old whiskey in there. Now, we don't know the proportions. We just know that there's 9 to 15-year-old whiskey in the blend. So I don't know. It's one of those. I left the cork open for like overnight just to get some air in it and see if that will do anything. I haven't tried it since. So I got to go. When I do my full review, once the press release drops, I'll do it. So
is that Roses legit?
The Four Roses is friggin' delicious.
I knew it. Yeah.
It's stupid good. Now, you can obviously make an argument for others that you like. I mean, everybody's going to have their favorite. But for me, I still don't think it's as good as the 20 which one was it?
Probably 19.
Yeah, the 2019. I still think I like a tick better. But you know why? This one this year, because it has like 25-year-old whiskey in it, it's got some really heavy like baking, like clove, tobacco, leather. The finish is a little bit drying.
Those darker notes come through then.
Yeah, those aged darker notes do come through, even though it's a very minuscule part of the blend.
Damn.
But even the other bourbons in that blend, I mean, you're looking at 12, 14, and 16-year-old stuff. I mean, it's older whiskey.
Yeah.
So if you don't like those flavors, it will probably be if you want like a sweeter Four Roses. There is some sweet in there, but as you sip it, those older age notes really do take over.
Yeah. Adam, what about you, man? What are you looking forward to back half? Or I say not back half, but like the back end of the year.
Not really any releases outside of the 13th Colony Double Oak.
Yeah.
I never seen it.
Is that when you're chasing after? You want it?
I would like to get one, but mostly to share. I think it would go nice with the rye that I have, the 11-year hazmat.
Oh hell yeah, that's amazing.
So let's
Jason
see.
has
We
that
have Widow Jane the Vaults 200, that 15-year one. That's that I'm trying. That's the first year I'm going to buy it this year. I want to see how that is because I always hear really good things about that bottle.
Is that out yet?
Yeah, that's dropping now. The 2023 release. It's only 99 proof, but it's 15 years old and $250 though, unfortunately. But
Did they do 15 last year too?
yeah, but you could find it below that price right now. It's
Where
not.
do they source from?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's
Was
no
it
Dickel.
I just don't know. I'm sure I could figure it out from the label. I just don't. Widow Jane is one of those I just don't see a lot. I mean, I know they have the 10-year here in Ohio, but I've always avoided it because of the price.
Yeah.
I use the calves to run away. I don't have any calves, man.
Let's see here. November, Bardstown Bourbon Company, Discovery 11. That already released.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
that's one I actually need that I haven't got yet.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Discovery's back, baby. Love it.
I was hanging out with Ethan over the weekend, and we ran Disco 4 against K-Luke 5. It was surprisingly close.
How'd that shake out?
It was very close.
Disco 4 against Caleb. Really?
Yeah.
13 Colonies, other good stuff are just double oak cast strength. They're other. I like their rye. I think their Southern rye is pretty good.
Their shelfers are all good.
They are good, man.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
Let's see. December. What about have you guys heard about the new cast strength Angels Envies that are releasing? Any interest in those?
I swear there was somebody that had one on secondary already, man. Like the whole bottle and like labeling looks different.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it too on secondary. Going for a stupid amount of money for an Angel's Envy. I'm like,
Angel's Envy and Whistle Pig were the first two brands I wrote off just because their pricing was outrageous. I understand why they do it, but I mean, they priced me out.
I would actually put Rabbit Hole up there for me too. All of their LEs are just ridiculously priced. I can't.
Yeah, $160 for 4-year-old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
So the Angels Envy cast strength rye I'm interested in because it's a different variant. Although I would like to try their regular rye cast strength. I don't know if it would be less sweet, but
is it finished like the ice wine?
No, so this is a Sauternes and toasted oak finish, but it's cast strength at 100. It's cast strength at 114.4, but they're asking like $230 for it.
Yeah, see.
Yeah,
oh my god. What?
Yeah, it's not even age dated, right?
No. Angels Envy? No.
Yeah.
Paul P.
Shelfer is better than Bardstown Shelfers.
It's close. I mean,
it's
those are both really good.
That's just going to depend on your palate, but I think they can definitely go head to head for sure.
I mean, I've been the biggest fan of like 13 Colony. Like, their standard bourbon and rye, good stuff. Lower proof, but this is 95 proof. The Southern bourbon.
Yep.
95 proofer, but the rye, I don't know where that is right here, but
we got the world's worst bourbon challenge here. What's up, Gary Franchi?
Hey.
Where'd you see Gary pop in? I didn't see you.
World's worst bourbon channel. You have to watch that, dude. One of the best videos on the planet. Yep.
No, I know. I definitely want the Four Roses. That's one that I'm definitely after. I do want to try that 4-gate Kelvin 60.
I think this could sneakily be up there this year. I think it's that good. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. It's going to be very interesting because I have a lot of very weird bourbons and whiskeys that I like this year that are all completely different. So I don't even know how I begin to formulate a top 10.
That's why this.
JG said Basil Hayden's LE triple double single oak coming soon.
Basil.
I feel like this might be up there.
Yeah, that Origin honey barrel is probably one of the best honey barrels ever.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What is this?
Yep.
Where's that from?
Michigan.
New Holland.
New Holland.
But it's 117.5.
Yep.
Good stuff though.
Yeah.
Honey. And I thought it was honey and toasted, but I think it's just honey. 6 years old.
Yeah, Amy, you're right. Those 13 colony bottles are annoying with how much space they take up. But apparently that bottle design was made for
Old Forester.
No, for boats.
Oh yeah.
Because it's got a wide base and they won't tip over as if the boat goes like this.
Adam Shelton, that may have been in my possession for a little while.
Appreciate that, Gary.
Darrell, by the way, I do have when we were doing when you guys had the big giveaway, I did have something that I wanted to enter.
Yep.
Okay, so we can still try to get something like that set up for you. So it is one of the bottles that is in Buffalo Trace's
the new little lineup they're doing.
Others, yeah.
I thought the name looked familiar when you said.
Yeah, to auction off for you. So I wish I could have got one of those origins says Copper Wolf.
Copper Wolf, you didn't get any of them, dude?
It was super limited.
When did they release? Like, I didn't see that release.
They did a couple releases at different locations.
Yeah,
but
the two bourbons came out first, and then the rye followed a little bit later.
I think it was at Summer Jam. We were at Summer Jam when that released.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Z-Man, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. What's everybody sipping on, man, in chat? What's everybody drinking? What time is it? I don't even know what time it is.
It's only 10 o'clock.
Oh my god, it's
early.
Early.
Gotta figure out what I'm gonna pour actually.
Chris Jenkins in the house, man. What's going on? Good to see you.
I might try this 4-gate triple oak. I haven't tried it yet.
Do it, Jay. Do it.
All right, I'll crack it open just for you.
There's a live.
Just for you, Dusty.
Are there any Majestic Woods in there?
No, this is just a. I don't know if you guys heard. This is a aged bourbon that was then put into a new charred oak barrel and then a new toasted cask.
Ooh.
Hence the triple oak. But Adam, look at the color difference.
Yeah.
This is only a double oak. I figured that the triple oak would have way more color to it. But.
Yeah, that's weird.
All right, we'll see.
So the World's Worst Bourbon Channel, the Honey released the Saturday at the Summer Jam. Joe Waninger says Barrel Rye Batch 4. Mr. Jake says was going to pour some Nash Tucky. Hell yeah.
Nash Tucky.
JH.
Yes, sir.
Split Save. Sadly, I didn't come across any.
Did anyone in chat get the guac from NBC?
Negative.
Because that was an online only release.
Like the guacamole, like at the restaurant?
Yeah.
All right.
So what NBC does with some of their 1500 series, there's chips, queso, guac, and then another one. Salsa.
That's kind of cool.
Man, all that sounds so fucking good right now.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like a bourbon cast scotch comparison. Yeah. To that Kelvin 60 for sure. The Barrel Rye Batch 4 is solid. I agree. I have that somewhere.
I need to get down to Southern
Dusty,
Collective.
Dusty, did you get the Barrel 10-year anniversary bottle?
I did not.
Oh, dude. I
I
felt like such an asshole. I was doing a Patreon only live stream, and I'm like, you guys want the best bottle right now that nobody's talking about? Go grab the Barrel 10th anniversary. We go there and it's all sold out. I'm like, shit. I never reviewed it. I never talked about it. It was just kind of up there, and it included in the blend some of their older, like more popular batches, and then they added some older whiskey too, and they kind of blended them all together, and it's really good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I did, unless I have some stuff over here I haven't opened yet. I hope it's not in there. I don't think so though. I mean, the last barrel stuff that I opened was the Aburana and the Tale of Two Islands.
Yeah, they didn't send samples of the 10-year out. That was just like they announced it like out of nowhere, like we're releasing this. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Oh, you grab one?
Yeah, I just grabbed one because I thought because some of my favorite batches were in the blend, and I'm like, oh, I'll try it. I'll roll the dice on it. I'm glad I did. It's kind of one of those. It's one of those bottles that came out this year that nobody really is talking about how good it is.
Oh man, did that drop from Barrel Global? Is that what that dropped?
Yeah.
Oh shit, man! I passed up on that email. I was like, yeah, it's one of the Barrel Global emails. Let me pass on it. Shouldn't have. You got to try that though. The Tale of Two Islands, man. That I think you're gonna find that to be very interesting.
I'm gonna try it tomorrow. I'm gonna try Wednesday night for before like Blend-Mageddon because there are interesting blends. So
You got what, six going against for this Wednesday, Jay?
Yeah. Yeah. I could tell you. Give me 1 second.
This is the blend that has the Maryland stuff in it, Jay.
Please step away real quick.
The Tale of Two Islands is distilled in Indiana and Maryland.
Maryland? Oh.
Yeah.
So it's got a little
Yep.
Little
It's only Indiana and Maryland on that one.
I haven't come up with a rhyme for that place yet.
Schmaryland. Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Schmagashmore.
Yeah.
Schmagashmore, yeah.
Eric Gunderson says he's going to pour some short mountain bottled and bomb bourbon. I don't know what that is. What's short mountain?
Mountain. Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
Aloha and cheers. Just coming in from taping the drywall. Cheers, man. Cheers, EJ. Good to see you, buddy.
Short Mountain?
I never heard of that. Yeah.
That's probably where my family's from.
The Four Roses Triple Oak isn't bourbon, but light whiskey, hence the color difference, says World's Worst Bourbon channel.
All right, so we got Darren Clary, Hugo Gonzalez, Saucy Shane. We got DMC Kentucky, but he changed his name to Run DMC Kentucky. Which is pretty cool.
There we go.
Yeah, Wise Guy, Whiskey Guy, Stu, and Keith Thompson. So just going off of last year, Keith Thompson actually had a killer blend that went pretty far. So
I love Keith. Keith's great, man.
The name of his blend is How I Met Your Mother, which is pretty cool. DMC Kentucky's Run DMC is Walk This Way. That's the name of his blend. Wise Guy Stew is Alpha Kenny Body. I don't know what that means. Sauce.
I say it fast. Say it fast.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
It's all right, man. I'm not monetized right now, so we can say whatever we want.
Alpha Kenny Body.
That's great. I love it.
Drunken Saucy Shane's name is Drunken Mistake. Darren Clary's is called Captain Walton. And Hugo Gonzalez is called Pagnucci's Forget About It Blend.
Pagnucci's. Oh, the names are great, man.
I gotta come up with a name from.
I'll give you the next ones. Smokey Joe is Holiday Brunch. This is next week. Henry Turner is 21. Joshua Maxwell is called Babies in Reno with some vitamin D.
Oh, that's fucking Beck. That's a Beck song, dude.
Yeah.
Babies in Reno with the vitamin D. Got a couple of couches.
Oisin Hayes is King's Dancing Character.
Nice.
Danny Lopez is the Canadian Dragon Punch.
Oh shit!
Oh,
didn't he? Was he in the finals last year, or did he make it far? I swear he made it far in something.
Yeah, I think he did. Eric Sawyer.
Eric Sawyer won. Yeah.
Instead of 2XO, his is 2XB. So I'm guessing it's 2 times bourbon. So I'm not sure what he blended, but
2 times B-batch.
Yeah, but he won the whole competition last year, at least in the American whiskey category. But he decided to try his hand at a Franken blend, and we'll see what he comes out with. So
nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
How Short Mountain went to a distillery a few years ago. They were still using 1530 gallon for the bourbon. So their moonshine, apple pie, and tea. Interesting. Cheers. Graduated from NHS 87. What's up, Big Vic? Hop on, man. Cheers, buddy. Brian Toner, what's going on, Brian? Good to see you. No, man, I'm the names of some of these blends are amazing. I think I had to give myself a year to like take off because losing in the first round for like 3 years in a row is so demoralizing to someone's
every time I read the name and I see Dusty, I'm like, fuck.
It is what it is. I mean, it's. I'm not a great blender apparently, but it is fun to sit here and kind of like blend things together. You know what I noticed though, like the longer that you marry something together, the more like it's. So I have a weeded whiskey blend that has been in a crystal skull for a while.
A crystal
Man,
skull.
like yeah, and it has changed so much since I put it in there. It's interesting to see that like how like how much more like depth and complexity it has than it did when it first entered that. So, oops, here we go. Look at this. Here we go.
What's up,
Hey.
Ethan?
Whoa! Hey,
guys?
man, what up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Too much. What's going on, man?
Not much. How are you?
Oh, I'm living the dream.
Joe Andrews says Dusty's soft-sided protective helmet. I'm horrible at blending whiskey, man. Apparently, right? Like, I mean, first round, I'm out 3 years in a row. It's just like it's demoralizing to the soul, right? It's just
Honestly, Dusty, your blends normally have a lot of layered flavors to it, but they're coming off a little bit too delicate compared to everyone else's.
Yeah, I mean,
that was kind of the MO with all your blends, to be honest.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. So like maybe like if I let this thing sit, maybe by like next year, maybe I'll enter, depending. JD said the crystal skull makes the magic happen. Maybe
that's right.
It is a weeded blend of cast strength whiskey, so I don't recognize Ethan without a hat. Jason's got a hat on.
Yeah, I mean the triple oak's okay. This is not a $200 bottle of bourbon though. It actually is coming off a little bit like a Booker's, which is interesting.
Big Vic says it's not that bad, Dusty. You don't go out in the first week like I do. Vic, I was eliminated. I was picked like the first 3 times the last 3 years and eliminated in the very first match.
Yeah, Vic. Vic. I know you went out last week in the first round, but you got nothing on Dusty.
No, man. I am first to go, first to leave, buddy.
Rigged.
I mean, hey, he can't help it if he's delicate, okay?
I am. I'm delicate. I'm sensitive.
He is sensitive and delicate.
I need hugs and kisses as I go, man. All right.
Yeah, I didn't make it up this year.
I don't know, Darrell. I got high hopes for your bourbon blend, but however, we need to see how it, what it goes against.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it sitting right over there.
Ethan, what you drinking, man?
Yeah.
So this is it's Bourbon Pursuit United Bourbon, but this is the first pick they've done of it. So This is the pick they did for KBF and Evergreen Liquor. So we picked it up when we were over there for Bourbon on the Banks.
Nice.
And man, I need to try it versus the regular, but it's pretty impressive from the start.
So Ethan, how are they doing their picks? Like, what is because these are not the finished ones, I assume, correct?
These are not finished, no.
These are blends that are already in the barrel, and you get to pick one of those.
I assume that's the case, but I also know they've been talking about doing a blending experience for a while now.
Yeah,
at their retail space.
Yep.
So I'm thinking that might be what this is. They might bring people in and actually do a blending experience, and then they just blend you a barrel or 2 barrels, however much you want, and that's your pick.
Yeah, I think that's the way I think bourbon is going. It's not about single barrels anymore. People want something even more unique, and I think blending is the way to do it.
Yeah, well, especially when you've got a brand built around blending, right?
Yeah,
it's just going to be a thing.
Hold on.
That bottle's glorious.
Oh, Jason, I have this one.
I have one of those.
Yep.
Yep.
Did it say 11 years, Adam, on the side?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's 11 years, 141.7.
Yeah, poor,
Or 141.3.
yeah, poor Copper Wolf. We kind of said some mean things about his blend last year.
Oh, no.
Well, he put the 5 malted stout in it though, didn't he?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
I feel
what.
like he was kind of asking for it. When he did
That's
that.
what. That's what ruined it.
Like, I love you, Ryan. That was
That was a
questionable
risky
decision.
move, though. You know what I mean? Like that's,
Holy
that's
shit.
Listen, if he could have made that whiskey better, I just would have given him the title right then and there.
God.
But I also think I
mean,
can't
he couldn't
remember
make it work.
I couldn't remember what his components were, but I feel like it just something went wrong as it sat, and it got really musty and kind of almost like a dank type smell. And I remember asking Nancy Fraley about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that'll happen. The more whiskeys can mingle, you're hoping it gets better, but sometimes stuff just doesn't mingle together, and then all the esters and everything in between that you hope meld together actually break apart, and it unleashes like more of like just a nasty type of flavor profile to it." I'm like, I think that's what happened, unfortunately.
that's wild,
Hmm.
man.
Oh, lost Jason.
It's crazy how much knowledge she has on that kind of shit, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh God, yeah.
it's so crazy to listen to her talk about stuff like that. It's just like, wow.
So I love it when she comes on stream and gets a little bit drunk and starts talking about Petite O and the blending techniques she does. I want to start taking notes every time she does, but then I'm too drunk to actually take notes. So.
Yeah, I mean, Nancy gets on there, man. She just goes on. It's just like, I mean, she is such a wealth of knowledge, though. I mean, honestly, like,
Yeah, when I heard that she's like, "Oh yeah, I let my blend sit at least a year," I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was like,
hey, that's what I'm doing with this this weeded whiskey blend that I have here. So
"There you go. You're gonna let that sit a year, then you're gonna submit it next year."
and losing the first round, yes. I get it, man. Like it's all good. It's all good.
Sam's going for that vodka flavor.
Yeah,
He's trying to pull the lead out of the crystal, is what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh god. It's like
Hail
Copper
Hydra.
Wolf says, "Don't let it air out. Just drink it." I still have the original blend, and without any time to breathe, it smelled phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
See
not
the
a
color on this.
official review. Not really a big fan of this one.
Really.
Triple oak.
It's not that it's bad. It's just it's not.
You've just
Which
been
one
drinking
was
a lot of banger stuff, so it's just not holding up.
It's
I
not
thought the
holding
bottle
up
was
at all. I mean, and I think the lightness is kind of indicative of like flavor.
Yeah.
It's just even though it's been finished in three different barrels, it's coming off very light, and it's almost coming off like I said it before, it's coming off like a lighter, like a Booker's, like a watered down Booker's bourbon.
Yeah, I was saying I'd be really pissed off if I paid $225, $250 for a Booker's.
Yeah, you're gonna want to this one. As much as I love the guys at Foregate, this one just isn't doing it for me.
Yep.
But this one, on the other hand, is a
60th.
Yeah,
I would love to find one of those.
Do you have a bottle of Vantage open? by
Adam,
chance?
they still have it on shared pour, from what I understand. I tried to order 10.
it's still available, man. What'd you say, Ethan?
Do you have a bottle of Barrel Vantage open by chance that you could try against it?
Against Triple Oak?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's downstairs. Why?
Okay. Well, I was just curious, right? Because I feel like that's a bottle that I definitely know the profile of. Some other people might, and you
I
can
do
draw
love
some parallels
Vantage.
between them.
Yeah, that's a good.
Maybe a double based.
Yeah, that's a good compare for that one.
Dan, I need a windfall before I buy any more bottles. Just got hit with a $3,000 plumbing bill.
Holy
Ooh.
shit.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
What happened?
Roots, friggin' trees.
They hit your pipe?
Yeah.
God damn. When your pipe's big like that, man, you're hitting the roots.
Hmm.
That's
I live in the woods. Could swing a dead cat and hit a tree. I don't know why you would, or why you'd have a dead cat. But
There's a lot of wood talk tonight. Just saying.
coming from over here.
It's this guy.
A lot
We
of
started off with the D. We moved on to Majestic Wood. Now we're just roots.
Go Wanninger. Sit with me here. What if it were quadruple oak?
Yeah.
I think it could use another punch of oak or something. Something needs to beef it up a little bit. I think I'm curious if this is Beam. I need to ask Chris if that's
Probably is.
because it tastes a lot like Jim Beam.
Damn, Eric. I hope all's well, man.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Cheers, Eric.
Yeah, man. Cheers. Cheers to that, buddy.
So Ethan, I would like to get your perspective. We were talking earlier about like how this year there was just a lot of good releases as compared to last year. I mean, leaving money out of the situation. I know obviously prices went up across the board, but I'm just saying the quality of whiskeys that were released this year, I think were a lot better than last year. What is your perspective?
So I mean, I would tend to agree with you, and I think it's maybe the first signs of supply finally getting back to demand. I think for so long they were just trying to get anything into a bottle so they could sell it, and now they're finally catching up just a little bit. So the quality is starting to go back up. That's what I think's happening.
Well, I mean, we see a lot of the heritage distillers coming out with a lot of high H statement. I feel like this was the year of the H statement. All the H statements just came back all around, which was a nice thing to see, I think. But it also made prices spike up again and again and again. Now, like $200 for a bottle of bourbon is kind of the norm, unfortunately. So,
yeah, as long as people are hunting it, prices can keep going up. But as soon as bottles start sitting on the shelves, which we've started to see that, we've seen bottles on the shelves that wouldn't normally sit.
Oh, I agree. I think there are definitely some brands that are. I think there's a percentage of bourbon drinkers that are sick of the high prices, and they're happy to just. There's plenty of. We've had more choices just available on the shelf when you walk into a store more than ever.
Yep.
So the fact that you could walk in there and grab a $30 to $40 bottle of something really good. I'm not paying $140, $150 for some specialty. I'm fine just doing that. I feel like, so you guys know I'm into sneakers.
Yeah.
And I feel like what's happening in the sneaker industry is also happening with the bourbon industry now. It's like the ones that people are really interested in are only like special releases that get a lot of hype, like special collaborations, and which bottles can I make the most money on quickest.
Yep.
That's really where kind of everything has kind of shifted a little bit. So there's still the low like 5%ers like us that really care about the whiskey, want to try as much as we can, and are really interested in trying new stuff. But it does suck. I just still feel like the newer people getting into the whiskey game are kind of falling to either selling it, flipping it, or just kind of buying the hottest thing without really doing any research, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I have to ask you guys, at what point do you feel enough is enough as far as bottles? And I know everybody here on screen has a shit ton of bottles.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll see one bottle in history.
At what point is it like, when do you like? I understand when you reach a point where it's like, you know what, I'm not going to buy this, I'm not going to buy that, I'm going to skip on this, skip on that. Like, at what point are you like, like I'm tripping over bottles? I have double the amount of bottles here as I do at home. Like, when is it enough? Right.
I'll tell you my answer.
Go ahead, Duro.
More so my wife's answer. If there's stuff on the floor, it's too much. Honestly, like if I built shelving, she wouldn't really care about a limit of me having bottles as long as it looks neat. But when it starts to get messy, that's when
I feel like I walk by so much whiskey that I love, but I don't go back to it because it's always like I'm on to the next thing, and it's the next thing, it's the next thing. Before you know it, it's going to be the A batch of Larceny and the A batch of Elijah Craig for the next year. Like, I just feel like it's always on to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, and it's just like it never ends. It never ends. Like, it's just
it's never gonna.
I mean, if we stopped buying whiskey right now, all of us on screen in the chat, stop buying whiskey, would you ever be able to finish the amount of whiskey that you have here.
Nope.
It's not even close.
I've already done the math. It's like I would have to like I have to be like 130 years old to drink. If I had like 4 ounces a day for the rest of my life, I think I have to be like 130 years old.
Oh my god. It's crazy though to think, because it's just like we're always on the next thing, and before you know it, I mean, it's these.
Well, I'll say this: I'm always gonna get bottles just because of reviews and stuff, and I get that. But when I'm talking about from a buying standpoint, I have definitely cut back on buying, except for a few outliers like Russell's picks and Four Roses picks. And unless like I hear from like you guys, that tell me when Jason stopped doing so many, but don't blame me, Big Vic.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think as far as like Dusties go, like Dusty Dan, I'm sorry to say this, but I definitely kind of took a break from buying Dusties after that last trip to Kentucky, where I've got that pre-fire stuff. It's important to buy it faster than you can drink it to maintain a good selection.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's hard, man. JG's. No.
I know somebody asked me how many Russell's picks I have. I have about 63, 62.
Jesus. I got 2.
That's an insane amount, man.
I only have 2, and I just got those 2 like a week ago.
You know, it's I don't know. Like, I mean, there's always just a point where it's like.
But these go way back though. Like I've had Russell's picks for
63 or
there's always a fear.
You shut it, Darrell. You have everything.
There's always a fear of missing out on whiskey, right? That's the norm at this point. There's always a fear of missing out, and it's like
that's wild.
I don't know anymore, man. I mean, there's a lot of things that I pass up on, and I mean, I am more into the Dusty stuff. I mean, I buy a lot of it. You know, I don't post about a lot of it or anything. I don't talk about a lot of it, but like, I buy more of that than I do regular stuff, and it's just like
I feel like I'm being judged for my amount of Russell.
They're good.
I'm being judged.
I really. Let me just forget Old Carter Unicorns. I have 5, and I'm like, that's a lot.
Ethan turned Katie loose down there in
Ron
Texas.
Miles in the house. What's up, man?
So I'm currently sipping on some Sazerac with some Origin Rye. Nice, man. Good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping in.
When's Katie get back?
Joe Weininger. I just have 47.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of Jason falling down on set. Yeah, Joe.
Shit.
But I will say, that's actually a good point. That's probably the second most stuff I have. I would say Russell's picks, Elijah Craig barrel proof, because 3 a year come out, and you just get those every year. And then probably the next one after would be my Four Roses picks.
What's going on, Tim? Good to see you, man. Thanks for
there's 10 recipes. You got to have all of them.
Gotta have them all.
Well, I mean, I do, but I have like multiples of recipes I like.
Right.
Trying to get rid of the muffin stumps.
Jason, what's your favorite recipe?
Oh shit. OESK or OSV?
OE. Yeah. OBSK is up there. OESK is obviously up there. However, man, I'm really digging the Qs lately.
OBSK.
Yes.
I've had
OBSQ is my favorite.
Some really good Qs as of late.
I have a killer. I probably finished the OBSQ. I think I had.
That is absolute favorite.
Get shit here in Ohio for Scotch.
Yeah, Mr. Jiggs is he's right. It's a shitty Scotch, but Mr. Jiggs, honestly, just in not that I'm going to defend Ohio, but Ohio Liquor Agency, they run everything through data. And just whenever they bring in a new Scotch, nobody buys it. So they're not going to bring in more. And that's unfortunately the issue. Ohio is a bourbon and fireball drinking type of state.
Paul P says I FOMO'd the 4-gate 60. Thanks, you sons of bitches.
That's right, Paul P. We're just working for you, buddy. Just tell me.
Heard very good stuff about it, so I don't think
You
you're
guys
gonna regret
gotta
it.
remind me to buy one at the end of the
That's
stream,
fantastic.
not 10, please.
It's definitely good whiskey.
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna pour some of that now. So
Yeah, just shot a
I have to open it anyway for the review, so I might as well just open it.
Sorry to keep bringing it up, but
So it's
13th
definitely
colony,
worth
man.
buying, right?
13th colony, baby.
It's worth buying, Dan.
All right.
Yeah.
I picked up the Four Roses Ellie this weekend. According to the list I saw, there's a ton. No shows, picked their bottles, looking for the distiller release. Oh, shit. Okay.
That just pisses me off.
Is that the 135th?
Yeah, I
Speaking of
seen you
FOMO.
grab that, dude, and I was like, oh, I want one.
First of all, you're not going to let me win the lottery. Then a bunch of people don't even show up to get it. It's probably like all like
You know,
Come
I'm
on.
going to be up there at the beginning of November. I'm going to have to go take a look.
You might have to, Ethan. That might be a good call, buddy.
Dude, I just freaking cracked the one that we got when we were over there.
Oh, yeah. That was
Before,
good.
right before this. This was actually like so really, really good. Even at it's almost 120 proof, but it doesn't drink that. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
drinks
What did
like
we-
a one, maybe 115. Like, but
William
it's
Hall.
very, very balanced.
We ran that up against the New England, didn't we, Ethan?
The old Green River stuff.
Yeah.
William Hall says picked up an OBSF Saturday. Haven't popped it yet. Not sure what to expect. Says a store pick it. 11 years, 4 months. That's pretty high.
Yeah.
That is high.
Yeah, they don't typically run that high.
The New England was delicious.
I ordered another bottle today. I still haven't gotten my hands on it.
Hey, Ron Miles, if you're listening, man, Disco 11 is the shit. You were right. Ron told me how good it was or how good it was going to be, and he was spot on. Discovery 11 is so good.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's legit too.
Well, it's only because it's mainly one of my favorite distillers,
Yeah.
and it's all Kentucky. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like-
Eric Anderson says I have an OBSQ selected by Brent Elliott. I got the distillery last year, and it's excellent. 11
Yeah,
years.
I'm telling you,
That is delicious.
when I did the 10 recipe blind on the channel, I thought a K was going to win, but a Q won the whole thing. So, and it was actually a recent one that I had gotten. So it just goes to show you. And I just got this one too. This is an 11-year, 4-month OBSQ that I just got.
Damn.
Yeah.
11 years.
Man.
Yeah, Russell's
That was crazy.
Russell's Picks and Four Roses Private Selects. Those are bottles I can't say no to. I don't know why. I just see them and I'm like, there. I get to buy it. I just buy it. Yeah, I don't even like question it. I just like, yep.
It's
Just
gonna
like-
happen.
Just like my brain just like goes like off, and I'm just like, yeah, I gotta buy that stuff. So
Cheech Ardolino's in the house, man. What's going on, buddy? Different Dram says I hope it's $200 good. Side note and package last weekend. Thank you. Paul P.
Yeah. Hand delivery.
I found my OBSQ.
Congrats,
Ohio
Mr. Jakes.
Liquors, I guess. Ohio Liquors.
Awesome.
11-year, 3 month. So why all of a sudden are they starting to have some of this older stuff roll out? Because I mean, before it was like 9-year stuff,
I
and
guess
now this year
contracts
it's 11-year shit coming back.
contracts fell through. They didn't need as much as they thought they would. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean last
Stuff they
year.
set aside.
Last year was like one of the years where you saw a lot of those picks like low aged.
Yeah.
9 year, you know what I
8
mean?
and 9,
Like 9
yeah.
years, 3 months, and now all of a sudden they're back up to 11 years. No shit.
Personally, I think that a lot of them are scared about what's happening with the economy. Like luxury goods are going to take a hit, whether it's now or in a year from now. They're going to take a hit because interest rates are going up. People have been just living a high life, and that's not going to be able to fly anymore, you know? And so everyone who sells a major luxury good, such as high-priced whiskey,
Yep.
is going to feel it. And I think they're afraid, personally. That might just be me.
It's a good point.
Yep.
You think so?
I do.
hmm
Gee.
It's gonna affect everything.
Yeah, It is. And I mean, look, we're the nerds, right? We're the ones who literally can barely stop ourselves from buying whiskey, and we're sitting here talking about how we're buying less.
That's true. That's very true. That's true.
Somehow we're buying less. I don't
Exactly. Yeah. Somehow.
But I mean, it's crazy though, because like, I mean, there's some people like out, I mean, even outside of us that just drop coin on whiskey, like tons.
That's the minority, though.
Yeah.
Well, but those are also the people who are boom and bust, right? When times are good for them, times are good for them, and they will drop $1,000 on a bottle on a $200 bottle, right? Because they can. I just so
Why'd you pull out the blue run?
You did that on purpose, man. Come on.
Yeah.
But
just happen to have that.
Once things tighten up, like those same people are going to be worried about, hey, are they going to cut my expense account next month? What's going on here?
Several stores I work with, so the amount of Four Roses standard product, they need to move or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's another thing that's happened too, even especially with the name brand picks. I mean, I've been going through this as far as that's why you see so many groups shifting to the smaller brands with barrel picks. Getting the heritage brand picks now are impossible.
Yeah.
They're about the bourbon bubble burst thing. I've been on a hot streak for a minute. I mean,
not concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I the only reason why we got a Jack pick because I have a good relationship with Jack Daniels and was able to, get a couple barrels. But as far as like Heaven Hill, all these guys, when that whole shift happened with a lot of the distributors, a lot of things changed. So some of the representatives at a lot of these stores and some of the other, excuse me, a lot of like some of the other folks they all changed, and then it quickly flipped from you need to buy a shit ton of this before we can give you that. Four Roses went to all basically doing charity. So a lot of the stuff is just really a lot harder to get now. So that's why you see Starlight and 13 Colony and some of these other smaller brands that you've seen picks, from not only us, but, from other groups as well. It's just, unless you get really lucky, it's tough to really get anything from the big brands nowadays.
These guys.
Ethan, are you going to buy a Blue Run pick soon, or?
Well, I think I pretty much have to.
You don't have to.
10-10.
Yeah, locked in for at least one, maybe two.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But I was talking to Jason earlier about it, and I was like, man, it's just such a unique mash bill too. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I'll get it because I want to support Dan. Also because it's unique, and also because I know it's not Blue Run stuff.
Yeah.
So,
right. Well, and there's no risk, right? We've tried we tried it.
Yeah.
So I know it's not a single barrel that I'm going to buy and go, oh crap, I shouldn't have spent my money.
Yeah.
So that right there, that
and Ethan, we all know what Katie wrote about it, so we're good.
In the mouth.
She loves a good pour that's sick in the mouth, man. She just can't stand it.
She is not here to defend herself or turn
She
red.
is not. She is not. Poor girl.
No,
I really hope she's sitting in her mother's living room listening to this.
Her ears are burning. Oh, God.
No, it's again, like I just think, again, like we picked this thing unanimously. Like it was all of us that picked the same thing, besides one person, right? And I think like the uniqueness of it, and it was a really good pour, man.
For me, we pretty much all picked it on the nose. We all smelled through them, and I think I saw almost everybody in the group, once they nosed that glass, that was glass B. Once they nosed B, they just like got that conspiratorial look, and we're looking around the table like, is this it? Did we just pick it off the nose in the second glass?
Actually, Tim Evans brings up a good point about Starlight. They need to establish a stronger core brand lineup. Too many finishes and single barrels to last. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't. But again, we don't know what their business plan is. Their business plan might be just to continue to do single barrels for groups and release their better barrels after gift shop. That might be their business plan. Maybe they're making enough doing that and they're happy with that. You know, you never
Crazy.
know.
We were talking with the owner. What's his name?
Ted?
Rick.
No, is it Ted Hubert? Wait.
It was the dad, and he was saying how like
Yeah.
how he was going to inherit like what was it, like 10 or however many more acres of property
Oh yeah.
from her
Oh, it was
side
like
of the
200
family.
acres.
Was it 100?
It was 200 more acres. It was his wife's
Yeah.
family farm,
Yeah, 200
Yep.
more acres of property.
and it was all going to corn. That's what he
Yeah.
said. Every bit was going to corn.
That's
crazy.
insane, right? Like
It's a lot of land.
Well,
it's an insane amount of land, man. Like when you see like their property, you think about adding that many more, like that much more acreage, and it's just like holy shit, these
Yeah.
are fucking crazy.
that's what people need to think about with Starlight. Like that's their own distillate. They're only letting it get 4.5 years old. So if they need to, they can start putting those bottles out at $30
Yep.
They
and
could.
still making cash. You know,
Yep.
like they can.
But I
do
mean,
whatever they need to.
if they were like in their business plan, if they're like, we don't want to get into the business of trying to compete with all the other bottles on the shelf for shelf space right now because the market is so oversaturated, then I don't see an issue with that. Because
Right.
if you want to go get the experience of their stuff at the farm, and then while you're there, not only do you buy whiskey, but you buy their blueberry port, you buy some of their apple brandy.
Yep.
You buy some pumpkin pies, whatever the hell the else they
You
get.
buy
They
some
got over there.
wine for the-
You gotta buy
Very
some ice cream and fucking ride the cow, man.
Yeah, you gotta ride the cow.
You gotta
That's
ride
true.
the cow, dude. Like
Yeah.
Anyone
I
that
hear
didn't
it-
ride the cow, you missed out.
Yeah,
Just
I
saying.
hear if you had a picture taken on it, you were liable to become famous.
It's gonna become famous, man. It's happening. It's real.
I'm a cowboy.
You are a cowboy.
Yeah, on a steel horse he rides.
Yeah,
Oh my
it
god.
was
they
cow.
just-
I think it was paper mache.
Oh shit. Cal tipping, says William Hall. It wasn't necessarily Cal tipping, but
It was
Cow tipsy.
Cow tipsy. Yeah, cow tipsy.
Yeah.
whatever corn grows everywhere here. Yeah. Well, JG, you're in Iowa, right? Iowa?
I think that's where corn was invented.
That's where corn was invented. I'm pretty sure. Sandeep says I am in for one bottle. I appreciate it, guys. And again, like again, there was people here who tried it and can vouch for it. It is.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on this one.
It is a very, it may be a little bit more expensive, but it is a fantastic pour, man. I promise.
It's different
Yes.
than anything else.
And
Not
again,
anything
it
else,
is
but
a
it's
Heaven
different.
Hill. It's a Heaven Hill bottle that was sourced for Willet. And part of the blend was the malted rye. So it does have malted rye in it.
That's what made it so good, was that malted rye.
Yeah.
It just
I agree.
completely broke the mold of what you were expecting.
Mhm.
Yes. Fifth quarter says only one person heard Cal Tippenberg was
Yeah, you don't want to lead with the shoulder on one of them.
Fifth quarter tailgate. Look at the flyer, the wood butterfly. Hope it don't fuck up.
Ooh, so y'all know what's a good bottle that I haven't heard very many people talk about is Remus, the new highest of ryes.
Shit, I haven't tried
I
it yet.
found a couple of bottles of that last week, and man, like that, it does not
Delicious.
disappoint.
Really, that good?
It's good, man, and because it's 39% rye and 10% malted rye.
Hold on, Adam. Hold that up again.
Yeah, wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
so it's 51 corn and 49
Oh,
rye.
yeah. That is a good bottle, and it gets better as you sip it down.
It does, and it's a $60
The
bottle.
malted rye.
Like, it's a flavor bomb. Yeah, I was very happy with that one.
Only one person was this. Then wasn't going to do it right. 14-year butterfly bourbon is coming back though. I love getting people excited and dropping nuggets. Jason, we've got some news on the 11-1 going to pull the strings on your Italian heart like no other. Oh shit, Jay. There you go.
Jason, we've got some news on 11-1. Going to pull the strings of your Italian heart. Are you coming out with a With a
Prosecco.
the Gabagool finished bourbon.
The Gabagool.
Is it
I'm sorry. Hold on.
is it a meatball? What do we got? We got. Is it like an Italian meats finished whiskey?
Finished in gravy.
Is it hand dipped?
Darrell, what do you got going on, man, with the channel? Like any kind of reviews coming up or what?
Yeah, so I just shot the Kelvin 60. That's probably going to drop on Wednesday. We got tons of backlog of like videos that are done. We only put out like 3 a week. I say only, but 3 a week. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. That's dropping. I still got to get more into this damn box of 1,050,000 samples that I have. So I just blew those out and blinded them. I got to do the Michters that we grabbed. The Fort Nelson barrel strength bourbon. So I'm gonna probably review that tomorrow. That'll probably drop in the next week or so. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the works. We got Dan and Julie coming on Wednesday. Jeff put something together. I'm not sure. It's some type of blind game or something. Like how his head is. So that should be fun.
Bottle flip challenge.
Yeah, it's not Dan and Julie if you don't drop a pappy.
I know, right? Oh my god!
Throw a stag into the pool.
Yeah, you drop 2 pappies.
Wynn says excited for the Heaven Hill Select Stock this fall. Choice of either brandy, sherry, or Armagnac.
I wish we would have gotten that choice.
Yeah,
So
we got them. Wait,
You get a choice as to what to pick.
Is it a brandy finish? Wait, are these finishes?
What?
Because they don't sell. Yeah, they don't sell that.
You probably can't pick that at the
Your
U bourbon.
choice of either brandy, sherry, or
No,
Armagnac.
you do, Adam. So we had the choice of a select stock, but it was a shitty. Well, not shitty. It was a malt whiskey.
Right.
I think Adam meant that you can't choose what select stock you want.
Oh
There's
yeah,
one select stock.
yeah. It's whatever.
You get what you get. Whatever they got loaded up.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
they're usually pretty good. Like they don't really give that malt, so we got kind of shafted. They had like 15-year wheated.
I tasted
bourbons.
that ECBP though. That was delicious.
Yeah, mine fell in the elevator
Yeah.
or fell on the floor.
Oh,
Dude, it broke, it shattered. I grabbed it out the truck. And
What?
yes, I didn't have mine, but it is good.
it's very good.
Jesus Christ.
It was unfortunate.
It sucks, man.
There we go.
Yeah, real quick, guys, before I forget, Ethan, did you make those? Did you and Katie make the stickers for Navia, the round ones?
Yep.
Or we made. I don't know how many more you have, but we want to send those over to Barrel King because I think the first week in November is when we're going to launch the fundraiser bottle for Darrell and Navia. So just to,
Can you get me an address for them? What I'll do is I'll order some bigger stickers because those are just the little guys. I'll order some bigger ones and have them shipped straight there.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. They're on vacation now, but it's like, yeah, just send them along and hopefully they'll be ready by the time we get back. So I'll send you all that.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Like depending on how you guys want to do it, right? Because I placed this when we were with you, Jay. Like the stag labels or the stag finish stickers that they put on it is pretty much that size, right? So I had put it on the side. I don't know if you wanted a big one in the back, but literally that's what some of their stickers been anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind that size. I don't feel like it has to be bigger.
I mean, I can do the size. That's fine. The size works. The size works.
Yeah, I think that size works good especially for where Darrell put it. And we can we can definitely make that happen. But yeah, first week, Darrell, they're gonna dip it in purple wax just for you.
He just seen this today. I forgot. I don't know who was talking about it. But she just seen the sticker on the bottle. She's like, I want a sticker.
That's correct, JG.
How is that going to work, though? Question on it. Like, is it just a link that's getting dropped to multiple channels, or just through you, or?
Yeah, it'll be through me, through you guys. We'll share it just amongst Whiskey 2. We can do it on live streams that night just to do the bottles. And yeah, like I said, yeah. What's that?
No, I said it's a good bottle. It's a good bottle.
Yeah, and it just I keep going back to it, and it's really good. So it's a funky weeder.
Halfway through.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tasty.
So so they'll drop that one, and like I said, all the proceeds will go to.
When's the drop date for that?
It's going to be the first week in November. It'll probably be a Wednesday night if you're thinking, we might do it, during our live stream or something like that. So
Okay.
yeah.
We'll make it work. Just let us know.
Figure it out.
The Barrel King one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Weeded 7-year weeded bourbon.
Yep. Yeah, I think he threw it in a finished cask. I just can't remember which one he used.
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So William Hall says, so freaking cool, Barrel King, Jared and Rachel Durrell dropping Hoball as well, getting better. Thoughts and prayers. Hell yeah, buddy. Durrell, all good on your end? Durrell?
You're muted, Darrell.
Sorry. As good as we can be, for right now. So everything has been going to plan for the most part. This week's an off week. Last week we were back in, but yeah, we're good for now. We'll see within the next couple months, how everything's going, but day by day or week to week.
Yep. Let's Darrell, we can collab soon with this bottle I have. We can auction it off at some point whenever you guys want.
Okay.
Rather than do a giveaway for it, but whenever you guys want, whenever you feel is a good time, I'll be more than happy to auction this thing off. So, and it is one of the original Buffalo Trace bottles. It's a Three Feathers original from the 40s. It's from the 40s. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. Whatever you guys want to do, we'll figure out a way to get some money for it. So,
appreciate that.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Freaking fruit flies, man. Oh my god,
fruit flies
flying around.
There was one over here earlier. I think I killed it. I don't know. Heaven Hill Select Stock Barrel Finish Series featuring marriage of 7 and 12-year-old barrels. Heaven Hill's traditional bourbon mash bill whiskey was then finished additional years. What is that one?
4 years.
Some random ones. I had a
finished for 4 years.
Yeah, I had a cognac finished weeded bourbon that was, I believe, 10 years old. Then it was finished for 36 months in a cognac barrel.
How funky was that?
Freaking ridiculous. Oh my god, it was so damn good. So good. My buddy he got a bottle of it.
Hey,
up, Jeff.
I thought you were doing chores. What happened?
He finished up.
I finished the chores.
All right, so the oven's clean and all the batteries have been replaced and the smoke detectors good.
All the light bulbs are replaced. All the smoke detectors are
How
good.
do you think Jeff is replacing smoke detector batteries? How tall do you think he is, Jason?
He's got a good ladder.
That's ladders. It's called ladders.
Yeah.
I can tell you about this invention later. I know you've never had to use one, but I'll tell you about it later.
He uses the same ladder I do. So shut it, Ethan.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing tonight?
Just because Ethan's like, I'll change all your light bulbs.
I got to make myself useful if I'm going to be as smart ass as I am.
He's like, I just like to hear him like doing like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, I don't need your ladder.
Don't let Ethan lie to you. He's got vaulted ceilings. He still needs a ladder.
Tim Evans says this is one of the best lineups I've seen in a long time. Cheers, Tim. Cheers, buddy. BT's in the house. What's going on, Brian?
Oh shit, it's the Tracy man.
Brian, hop on, man. Come on, let's go. Anybody else? The link is in the top, man. I pinned it.
It's not even 11 o'clock, guys. It's early.
This is early. It's early.
Keep going. I might bust open this Origin Honey.
So you just busted open.
Well, why haven't you done it already?
Do it.
Oh, because I'm drinking this 13th Colony Hazmat.
That's gonna be weird coming off that.
Yeah, that's how I live. I like to live weird.
It could be like super ridiculous.
What does Austin Powers say? What does he say? Dangerous is my middle name.
I like to live dangerously is
Austin
my middle name.
Danger Powers.
I've never watched any of those.
What?
Not
Oh, man.
one.
Darrell.
No, I've seen clips. I've never watched them.
Goodness.
I
Oh,
watched that with my parents back in the
The
90s.
second one is the best
Oh.
one.
I didn't watch Austin Powers for like a decade, so then it popped up on Netflix, and I was sitting there with the kids. I was like, "This is a great movie to watch. It's so funny." And then we watched a very abridged version of Austin Powers as my memory slowly snapped back, and I was like, "Nope, fast forward. Nope, fast forward. Nope, fast forward."
How great was Elizabeth Hurley?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the best part of the first one.
She never gets old.
Absolutely.
But I mean, there's something to be said about what's her name, Heather. Who was the second one?
Graham?
Heather
Graham.
Yeah, Heather Graham. Yep.
Heather Graham in the second one.
Boogie
Yeah.
Nights.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was a delight. Let's just say that.
So Gunderson says he's never seen the Austin Powers flick either. No shit.
Wow.
No, baby.
Oh man,
Missing out on pop culture, man.
classic.
Separate batches.
Signed up to go in November. According to their website, it's like separate batches. Should have finished your brandy, sherry, or Armagnac.
Give me the Armagnac.
Yeah.
What are we talking about there?
Oh, the select
We'll
stock.
see. Yeah, Heaven Hell Select
Heaven
Stock.
Hill Select Stock. You know.
BT always plus tier.
Man, that 15-year select stock.
Oh,
One of the best whiskeys of all time.
Yeah.
I'm never lucky enough to get one of those, but man, when people send me samples of that stuff, it's like, damn, I wish I could get a bottle of this shit. It is
I
so
was
good.
lucky enough to have a pour of it at one of the liquor stores we went to in Louisville. And
Yeah.
that and the cellar aged. We were drinking those back to back.
Oh shit.
That was during the what's it called? The Starlight pick.
Yeah.
We're just messing around in Louisville.
Where'd you go?
I don't remember the store. Ethan might.
Which was it? The last one of the night?
It was no, it wasn't the liquor barn. It was the other store we went to.
Evergreen.
Oh, it was
Evergreens
the
are
new location.
fantastic.
It was the Midtown location, not the new brand new one.
Oh, okay.
That's my new favorite store, man.
Evergreen?
Oh yeah, geez, that was awesome.
Honestly, as far as a bar, Frankfurt Ave Liquors is even better. Like their liquor collection is a little bit sparse from time to time, but their bar selection is awesome.
That's where we were, Dusty. Frankfurt.
Yeah, we were in Frankfurt. Yep. That's where we had the OGD, right?
Yeah, the OGD, the King of Kentucky's, the Pirate. We had some good pours.
A little bit.
I think Neat beats them a little bit for the Dusty pours, just for variety. But Frankfurt Ave has a better price on things they do. They just don't have as much.
$7 like 70s OGD. They're like, oh, it's a little cloudy. We're looking at it. Not really. $7. Like, dude, $7 a pour.
Damn,
like Dusty wanted the whole
Yeah,
bottle.
Richie Z. I would love to see Richie Z's whiskey collection. I bet you he's got a sneaky epic collection.
Yes, indeed.
Just being on the whiskey tube for so long. Because when he posts it, it's always like that same table with the one bottle, the one glass.
Yeah.
Richie Z, I want to see your collection, man. You got to send me a photo of it on the Insta. Slide into my DMs and send me your bottle shot.
We gotta
just jump on
get
live.
Richie live, man. At some point, we gotta get Richie live.
I know he's got such beautiful hair.
You know, I'll be honest, man. That one night, I was able to talk to Richie like in person, like live. Well, not in person, but like over the phone. I was having a rough night. I drove home, which I shouldn't have done, but and I stopped at Wawa, and Richie called me, and I was like, I finally was able to put like a voice to the name and to the face, and I was just like, man, this is great. This is great. You know, I still remember that to this day. So thank you, Richie, for that. That was awesome, man.
I need to put a face to the face that I see on this little snapshot.
Wins as
So,
or the Disco
Disco
10.
11 head to head with Disco 10. Disco 10 even nuttier. Wait, Disco
11 is
10,
a winner.
even Nuttier 11 is a winner.
Interesting.
Think an 11 won?
So
Yeah.
head to head, 11 wins, and the nuttiness emerges from 10. If you put it.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I haven't tried the 11 yet, so I reached out to
Oh
Brandon.
gosh, it's good.
Yeah,
The
I
11
need
is
it.
good.
That's probably the one bottle. And we were
You
talking.
guys, I mean, do you guys have them over by you?
Mhm.
We haven't hit. We still just have like Disco 9, I think, or maybe
Gosh.
maybe
8
7.
even.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, we got 8 on
Yeah.
shelves here.
Yeah, we're behind.
Yeah, we've got 7 and 9.
Well, I don't think we're behind. We just need to start hyping up 8 so that they sell it all, so we can get the other.
8 is the best.
I heard 8 was really good.
All the Dickel.
No, 8's good. 8's that finished one. I liked 8.
Bob
Yeah.
Glass says, any of you guys coming for the Barrel King anytime soon? Not me.
I don't see any reason to go to Missouri.
I
Usually.
mean, it is Bourbon, Missouri. There's not a lot there, except Barrel King and good barbecue.
I got some friends in Cape Girardeau, but I don't really want to drive over there.
I'd love to go, but I've been told I'm not allowed to travel anywhere for like 3 more months now.
Mm.
So my
That's
2023 traveling is done.
Done.
Yeah, that's why we're doing the Nashville trip to the Jack Daniels next month, but this week me and Kim were taking a little couples getaway to Colorado. No whiskey, no nothing, off the grid for
No whiskey at all?
Not even Stranahan's?
not even Stranahan. not even Old Elk cigar cut. That's
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
Serious.
There's no way he can do that. He'll still be drinking whiskey. He just won't be talking about it as much.
Exactly.
That's true. I'm hoping actually to meet up with ADHD, maybe have dinner.
See, there he goes. He's already broken his own rules.
Mhm.
Only order wine.
Wait, Stalzy's out there too, right? In Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt will
Only
be like,
eat
Matt will be
only
like,
eat fish and drink wine with Matt, and he better have caught the fish himself.
Another 8.
Yeah.
Matt will just be like blueberries.
Other
Yeah.
Have you seen Matt?
Thimbleberries.
Matt's not the one you want catching fish for you.
No, well, there's a reason why he switched from fishing to
Yeah,
whiskey.
he's a very bad angler.
Bob Glass, your BK pick is fantastic. Bob Glass, which one?
Ooh, shit. Squib Game for me.
Oh,
I don't know. I still love the goat, man. I love that barrel. So
I had the
much.
Bambino. I didn't have the goat, but I took the Squib Game over. Bambino.
Jared told me that the goat was the second best barrel they've ever gotten. So we were lucky to get one of those. I mean, in Jared's
Bambino anymore. I don't think I finished it.
You know what, Jay? Do I still have it here? I have your the bullet pick that you guys had, the second one, I think.
the
Queen of
Queen of the
Kentucky.
Queens.
my
yeah.
mom.
Oh yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
Damn
I still
good.
have my bottle of
Dude, I got
first
half.
batch.
Shit, this thing is like black. Holy crap, it's really dark.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Eric Desmaris says goat is still my
Goat is
favorite of the 3.
You see the color difference?
We love Squid.
Doesn't really pick up in the light.
Squid Game.
Keep this on a display cabinet.
There you go, buddy.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow. You know, my mom still has 2 of each of those, and she
is that
has it.
bullet?
She has it
yeah.
wrapped.
Mhm.
She has it wrapped in plastic. She hasn't even opened it. She hasn't touched it.
It was delicious,
Man.
as you
Oh,
can
yeah.
see. I mean,
I love that bottle.
this
Yeah.
died
See,
like
I haven't opened
over
up
a
the
year
white
ago.
one yet.
She does that sometimes. She's like, "This isn't better than my pick, so this is stuff."
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
she
I got
loves-
too
she
many
loves
bottles
those
up here.
bottles.
United C1 124 proof.
So check this out. My mom went to a bourbon tasting the other night, and I've never actually heard it done like this before. It was kind of cool. So she went to, and it was a girlfriend's house. It was a pretty big house. There was a lot of people there. And basically what they did is they put 25, no, not 25, 20. It was 20 bourbons. Everybody that came had to bring a bottle of bourbon. And they set the bourbons up like all around throughout the house. And basically, when you walk through the door, you got like a little bit of a roadmap to make sure you go through the house and pick and try every single different bottle that was there. Then at the end, once you get to the last bottle, you you get a little bit of a like a tasting sheet and a rating, so you can see what your favorite was. And then after everyone's done, then I guess they all ate. But my mom was like, she's like, all the bourbons were too low proof for me.
Your mom's a proof hound.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm like, no Elijah Craig barrel proof, mom, huh? She's like,
Yep.
yeah. Oh shit.
Ethan got to
there
see
you
my
go.
mom drink at Bardstown.
It was very funny. So it was especially funny when we were doing the barrel thieving tour, right? So we're drinking high proof whiskeys, and it was the third one, final barrel. And Adam looks at his mom and goes, "Mom, if you don't like this, then you don't have to drink it." Because I think his mom was supposed to be the DD, and she locked eyes with him and shot it back and went, "No, I'm good." He was like, "What? What?"
I ended up driving. It was fine.
Yeah. It was great.
Full
Full eye contact while she just
only for Thanksgiving. Okay.
Well, I come by it honest.
Well, yeah, I make cannolis and biscotti for Christmas. So
Do you really?
Oh yeah.
yeah, Mr. Jiggs, if you want to come over, I'll make you a cannoli. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah, I'll travel over your house. Man. I'll
Yeah,
travel.
what else do I make usually? Oh yeah, and I make those fried donut things.
Mm.
What are they called? Beignets.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, a beignet.
Oh yeah.
It's just a bougie donut.
Whoa,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Down in
Don't
New
break on
Orleans,
that there, boy.
fantastic, man.
And the ladies, for me, the best. Oh yeah, Richie knows how to play that card right. There you go, Richie.
These are not just bougie donuts. Come on. now.
Cafe, what is it? Cafe Du Monde. Ethan, you know that very well, right?
I do know Cafe Du Monde very well, and they're not bougie donuts. They're different.
Yes.
Well, yeah, Cafe Du Monde is a different level of donut. Yeah,
That's true.
All right,
They're
what's
doing it
Cafe Du Monde for the uninitiated here?
it's a place
Coffee of the world.
Yeah, it's a place in New Orleans. It's a very famous cafe in New Orleans where the beignet is kind of king.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
and
probably
they
don't
put
want the coffee.
and-
They mix chicory in with the coffee. You probably don't want the coffee, but the beignets are spectacular.
but Ethan, isn't there so much powdered sugar on it? Like you can't even see the damn donut. Don't they just
Well,
like?
that's part of it. Yeah.
That hides the lack of cooking.
Duh. What do you
I
do
mean,
with a cannoli?
it's like-
You fill it with cream until you can't taste the outside.
It's like a big oyster, man. It's like, I mean, right there is what
Well,
Jackson Square, right? Is that
Well-
where that is?
What Ethan
Yeah,
just
it's,
said. What Ethan just said. I'm trying to think. Would that work for? That's what she said.
I mean, only if the cream is nice and thick in the mouth.
Oh God!
God.
Oh shit!
Katie's face is on fire somewhere.
Oh shit, Jigs, you're so like
Jason started it. I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
I like chicory. Chicory's good.
I don't dislike chicory, but if you're expecting regular coffee and you get chicory coffee,
Mhm.
you are in a totally different place.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like
gonna-
Somebody
somebody
having Turkish coffee for
Full
this
Pirate
for the
Bourbon.
first
Cheers,
time.
man. Good to see
yeah,
you.
you're in for a little bit of an awakening on that front.
Yeah.
Tim, what's going on, man? Tim Robertson in the house. Cheers, guys.
Timma.
Good to see you, buddy.
Man.
Still got 45 in the chat, man. What time is
I
it?
feel like people that say they like coffee these days really just like milk.
Nah, fuck that, man. Black coffee, maybe a little bit of cream. I'm good with that, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only need a little bit of cream in there, and I'm good to go. But my espresso, I like that black. So
Yeah.
just a little bit of lemon rind on there.
Lemon rind. Oh, I never had that, but
Yeah, gotta do a little lemon rind and
Espresso black, but drip coffee. I'm not a black animal as far as that goes. I just can't do it. I say that there's something about the acidity of it that makes me think of meat sauce if it's a drip coffee, and it's the weirdest damn thing in the world. I can't sit there and drink coffee and think of meat sauce.
Like
Is it,
A1 steak sauce? Like what are we getting into?
No,
Meat
like
sauce?
spaghetti and meat sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
is it
okay.
like the bitterness of the coffee that
It's something to do with the acidity. Because every once in a
citrusy.
while, I'll come across a coffee that doesn't do that for me. But again, espresso doesn't do that. So it's something about the way the extraction happens in drip. Something about it. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's every time.
I assume it's a citrus note. That's the only thing I could think of.
Maybe. We all know I have a trash palate, so it's probably.
That's not true.
Well, that's not true.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true at all, Ethan. Even though I don't know what kind of meat sauce you're eating, that concerns me.
You're begging me to make more off-color jokes, and everybody's gonna hang their head again like they didn't see it coming.
I'm gonna have to make a meat sauce when we're in town in Nashville.
Oh yeah, spaghetti meat sauce, man. Is that your favorite, Jay? You like the meat sauce?
No, I like a good Sunday sauce, which isn't technically really a meat. Well, I guess it can be.
So I got to ask you, because this is very familiar for me. So like grandparents growing up, like homemade pasta on rollers.
Yeah. Hanging all over the house. I tell you, when my friends came over, we would like on the weekends we would go play football and then come home, and we knew that if we were hungry after a football game, the best place to go was my grandparents, because my grandmother would feed all of us. So we'd walk in, and I'm telling you, they walked into some weird shit. They once walked in, and just like you said, Dan, I guess it was fresh making pasta day, and we walked in, and there was pasta hanging all over the house.
Yeah.
The living room chairs were spread apart with a bar hanging over with all the pasta on top, pasta all over the kitchen. And my friends are like, "What the F is going on right now?" I'm like, "Oh, it's pasta making season. You guys don't do this in your house." But the best one was we walked in one day, and my grandfather. So when you walked into the house, if you just walked straight, you saw directly right into the kitchen. It was a straight beeline right to the kitchen. So you just go right into it if you walk straight. So right when you walk in the house, if you just look down the hall, you see the kitchen. And my grandfather was like sitting on a bucket, and he was in front of their sausage maker. And my grandmother is like wearing this apron, and she's like covered in like meat blood.
She's skinning rabbits?
No, they were making fresh sausage.
Oh shit!
Okay. But he's like cranking out all this sausage, and my grandmother's behind him, like stuffing meat in it. Like he's cranking it out, and they got all the lamb. They got the lamb casing on top, and the house fucking stunk. And like, what is going on? Like, we just came over with some pasta. I'm like, well, we're gonna get some fresh sausage too. So
you got grandma and grandpa getting busy in the kitchen.
Yeah, they're just getting busy in the kitchen making sausage. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, sausage great. Yeah, sausage grinders. They would come over and see some crazy. Yeah, but no, my favorite sauce is the Sunday sauce. So that's the sauce we have. You have a little pancetta in it. You have a little brajol. You have some sweet sausage, spicy sausage, and meatballs, and you just let that cook for like 8 hours slowly throughout the day.
That sounds good.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite sauce to have like over like fresh pasta on a Sunday. And we're getting into that season now. It's time. You guys will see posts on Instagram of my Sunday sauce heating up soon.
Your grandparents were from Italy, right?
Yeah. My mom was actually born in Italy. She came to America when she was, I think, 6 years old.
Okay. Yeah.
I think so. Like in the
fresh, yeah.
Late 50s, maybe early 60s is when they came over.
Nice.
Yep.
Damn.
So Jason, you'll have to start it on Katie. She her mom has taught her how to make fresh pasta.
Yeah.
So she'll make fresh pasta, and so we could do fresh pasta and a Sunday sauce that for the eat after the pick.
Yeah, that's like Friday night.
Started beforehand.
Yeah, Friday night we could do that.
Can I just fly out for the food? I don't need to do any picks or whatever y'all doing. Shit, food. That gumbo.
Not wrong, Franchi.
I know that gumbo is gonna haunt me, Darrell.
Oh man,
that was so good.
It was so good.
My god, it was so good.
Maybe they'll give us a to-go bottle.
Cacio de pepe. It's funny. Scott brings that up because that's one of my That's been one of my go-to pasta dishes lately. Is I'm just making cacio de pepe, just cheese and pepper. That's all you need.
Is that what that stands for or means?
Yeah. Yep. Cheese and pepper.
I don't know if I've ever had one.
It's a very simple pasta dish. I mean, some people go a little bit crazy, but it's a lot of black pepper and cheese, and that's all that's on the pasta. But if you have the right pasta, the right type of cheese, and it's just made the right way, it's just simple. It's such a perfect pasta dish.
The simple stuff is hard though, man.
It is. It
You
is.
got to get everything just right.
Yeah.
So it makes it simple.
Well, guys, I'm going to hop off the live here. It's 11:11. Thank you all again. I'll stay on for a few minutes afterwards. Again, thank you all for staying here, staying on Monday night. Cheers, guys. Next week it is the second part of the semifinals. A lot of good shit in there. There's a Mash and Journey pick in there. Blood Orange is in the mix.
That's taken.
That blood orange is winning.
Blood Orange is good, man. It is damn good. Definitely stands out from the pack. But guys, tune in next week for the second part of the blind. Thank you all for stopping in here tonight. I love you guys. Cheers. We'll see you next time live.
Cheers, guys.
See you guys.